The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Stop! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Watch Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, this program begins now. Football! It is magical, and we're lucky to talk about it every single day, but I'll tell you what, the NBA brought it last night, the NHL brought it last night, the MLB is obviously cooking with fire, and we're about a little bit over 24 hours away from week 8 of the NFL season kicking off. We're in the middle of a great time to be alive. We're appreciative of the fact that we get to do this. We'll have Sham Sharania joining us in about 15 minutes or so. Can't wait to catch up with him about all the NBA stuff that we need to know after an exhilarating start for the association yesterday. I mean, they had a double overtime thriller, and then into the late night, they had Steph Curry and Luka putting on a show. Now, granted, that Lakers team certainly looks a certain way without LeBron James on that particular court, but Luka looks a little different too. 40-plus points, obviously, one rebound or assist or forget away from a triple-double, and they look great. But Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors appear to be the real deal. But nobody, and I mean nobody, appears to be able to topple this Oklahoma City team and what SGA was able to do in that first game. This whole Houston Rockets with Kevin Durant dynamic is certainly awesome. And I love the fact that Kevin Durant gets to experience a new city and do a new thing with a new team and earn his rank. He's still an absolute dog. They got Big Turk on their team, too. They got this big Turkish fella, Sengun. Big Turk, I'm sorry. Baller. This guy's an absolute baller. Houston Rockets were a good team, young team. They get Kevin Durant. He's obviously a weapon. They're going to be good this year. They lose in a heartbreaker to this Oklahoma City team. And at one point during this game, Alex Caruso, yes, that guy you're talking about, tried to go over top of 3 dudes in overtime. Okay, in a 2-point game, Caruso's going for it. They all got maximum confidence over there because they obviously just won the title. The torture chamber's still locked down, and SGA can get a bucket whenever he has to. The NBA had a hot start. They got a lot of games today. We appreciate them doing that. And then in the NHL, there was a magical moment up there in Boston. Now, we'll obviously chit-chat about that in a matter of moments. We have 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion, player-coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jackie Moon of the NFL, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, AQ Shipley.
Yeah, AQ.
How you doing, AQ?
Great, boys.
You're a big NBA guy. I know you were all excited and jacked up. You've always been a big-time Jordan's, Barry, and LeBron guy since the beginning of time, and since the beginning of that conversation started becoming a daily conversation on sports television channels all over the world. Last night, he debuted his commentating stuff. Now, that was alongside an entire NBC package that I think did a fantastic job in the rollout. It felt big. Talks the tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Ty, Tarico's voice on it makes it feel big. And then Maria Taylor is obviously synonymous with massive moments. She comes from like College Game Day. Now she's on Sunday Night Football, Football Night in America host and halftime show host. She feels like she's a part of something big. Then you got Mello up there. You got T-Mac up there. You got Vince Carter up there. Then in the booth, you got, Crawford.
Man, he's
good on the mic.
Yeah.
Tarico calling this thing. And then obviously Reggie Miller, who's been on the call for games for like the last 30 years. It was like NBC really did well last night, I thought. And that was a big takeaway, I think, from a lot of the sports community after watching last night.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think, like for me, who I'm a casual NBA fan, I will watch the games. But like the actual double overtime game to start, like that was just the cherry on top. Because if you remember, like when we were younger, like I had so much nostalgia and like deja vu almost watching that NBC intro last night. Like I was 8 years old on my couch watching the Bulls again. Like it was nuts. And then, it just everything down to like the score bug, every little detail. And that could just be because it's something new. We're not quite used to it or used to the previous stuff on ESPN and ABC and all that kind of stuff. But Turner. Turner, exactly. But like it just everything about it felt like they gave attention to detail. And the cast is incredible, and it was only the first night. Like, I think we can assume that, okay, hey, this is a great launch. These guys are going to get much more comfortable and much better throughout the course of the year.
9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler's here. Good to see you, D-Butch.
Sir.
Your thoughts on the coverage on NBC? I like, obviously, basketball, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Yeah,
Love that.
Yeah, I'm right there with Ty as far as that being nostalgic. I remember watching the Bulls game and my big brother Mitch forcing me to watch the intros and that Bulls music, but obviously it wasn't the Bulls last night, but that game was great, came down to the wire. I probably want to take back some of my tweets. I won't delete them because I'm not a bitch-made cat. But, I was a mark riding along some of the bets because that is one of the most exciting parts about the NBA, too, betting alongside it as well. But the stars showed up. You mentioned SGA just stepping up, being an MVP, coming off the title run. You're always wondering about these teams. How will they show up to start the season? We saw the banner night. We saw the ring. And it was no doubt he was going to make that shot. That's just what he does with that shoulder shimmy. You mentioned Şengün, absolute dog. They were calling him Baby Joker a couple years ago, and he showed why. Pretty much their best point guard right now. Great lineup. But the Thunder got it done. That attempted dunk from Caruso was absolutely electric.
So there's the Oklahoma City are down 2.
Yep.
Kevin Durant obviously had an opportunity to put them up 3. He missed a free throw. If he would have made that free throw, I think SGA makes a 3 instead of a mid-range. Then it goes to overtime after SGA makes a shot. That was one of the most matter-of-fact shots that we've seen in some time. SGA has the ball dribbling down. He's in the paint. He's mid-range. That's definitely falling.
Yeah.
They go to overtime. Overtime gets electrifying.
Yeah.
We mentioned Caruso trying to absolutely go yam
Love
in
it.
this entirety, but all of overtime was pretty. There was a couple like 5-point leads, and then they would come crawling back. This thing would end up going to double overtime to kick off the entire NBA season, to kick off the brand new relationship or re-relationship with NBC. I think Adam Silver was out there like, yes, more ball.
Yes.
They did have to make a decision, though. They put the Lakers in Golden State. Okay, so you're putting Luka and Steph Curry on Peacock only. Okay, so I thought to myself, like, ooh, if this goes to, what will they end up doing? We get over to the Lakers Golden State game. It's like 32-31 already. And I think to myself, this actually worked out for them perfectly.
Yeah.
We got through the first, like, bullshit, let's figure out who we are as a team, first game of the NBA, and we got right into it. It was almost like a better setup for them when that could have been a problem. Michael Jordan, sits down with Michael Tirico. I don't think that's what I thought was going to happen.
No, definitely not.
I didn't think that was it. Now, granted, we got Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Love that we got Michael Jordan. And he says he's paying for it. He's giving back to the game. That's what this is all about and everything like that. And he sit down with Tirico. And it's my dumb brain, and maybe because I'm too simple, I thought he was going to be Wayne Gretzky up there. Like, I thought there was a chance we were going to see him in studio.
That's not you being dumb, because that was the bill of goods that we were certainly sold for a while there. I feel like it was only on Sunday Night Football when they first introduced this that it was like, oh, actually, never mind. This is what he's going to be doing. He's not going to be doing any of the studio stuff.
Yeah, it's Insights to Excellence. He's just sitting down with Tirico, Dahn at the crib. They're just kind of having a little conversation, going to go through some stuff, which is obviously great to get more content from Michael Jordan. Anytime you get in Michael Jordan talk, it's great. But that's why I was excited for him live in real time. So on that note, does that change the way you view anything after last night? Or did you feel like the sit down with Michael Jordan, especially in this long form interview style, which Tirico we think is incredibly talented. Tirico's on the Olympics. Tirico's on Sunday Night Football. Tirico on an NBA game is going to feel big.
Awesome.
And congrats to Tirico.
Yeah.
Keep bringing it. Feels big whenever he's on it. Nance feels big.
Yep.
Al Michaels feels big whenever he's on the call. Michael Cole, when he's on the call.
Yeah,
always.
bingo.
It feels very big. Who else?
Buck.
Buck is on the call.
Joe Buck.
It's big. Let's see. Anybody we're missing, we do apologize.
Oh, McQuaid.
Fowler.
Fowler's
Herbie. McQuade. Well,
Herbie,
Herbie's not a...
he's got,
He's not play-by-play.
Well, sure, but yeah, you're right.
So I'm talking play-by-play only. Not color comments, please. We are not.
No, yeah.
Okay, I don't even want to get into that. Everybody that does it, we are big fans of. Okay, except for some people that aren't fans of, whoever. But Michael Jordan last night, was that a big deal for you as a diehard Jordan guy to be able to see him just do something with the common game, with the live game?
It was good to see him, but I was with Ty. I thought he was going to be on the desk. I thought he was going to be, like you said, like he was going to be Gretzky.
Fools.
Give some analyst.
Yeah.
But I will say, when you think of NBC basketball, all I hear is Alan Parsons' project. 6'6" from the University of North Carolina.
All right, and that's the moment.
Agar.
They showed the intros last night too.
Yeah.
Which I
Michael!
they were crazy. Yeah, they the marketing, the branding was good behind that. Was that who was the GM that all you Bulls fans hated? So
Kraft.
Krause, was that him directing all that? Was that him piecing that whole thing?
I think
Probably.
He's
the GOAT.
Yeah, he is. He should get a little bit more credit, this guy. He's also the pregame activity. What's going on, comment?
Well, it sucks that it was only 3 minutes, okay? 3.5 minutes for sure. It blows. But, like, I was locked in on that 3.5 the entire time.
Yeah.
So, like, although the first one was just kind of generalizing, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing, when they do ask him about specific players and stuff like that, and they do throw in the little 3-minute clip, still definitely disappointed. But that 3 minutes is going to be talked about no matter what, because what he says about a Sengun or about a SGA, about KD, when they get to a Lakers primetime game that's actually in LA and they're talking about LeBron, and you really do get unfiltered MJ on LeBron with Tarico, like that's going to be incredible. And the logo too, not sure if you noticed on the logo, the little VI on the bottom being golden highlighted for the 6 championships in the MJ inside.
Oh, the details.
It's a nice little touch. NBC's kind of hitting all the little details.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see what their coverage is. And yeah, that's very nice.
I didn't either.
Wow, that's some insights to excellence right
Yeah, bingo.
And that is a little bit of the difference. Now, the sit-down interviews will be captivating. He told the story about Airbnb, shooting a free throw in front of the kids, hadn't touched the ball, felt a lot of pressure. When that one goes through, he feels good. Tarico goes, did you make it? Yes, brother.
He was nervous, though.
Yes, brother. But I do like the fact that he felt a little alive. I think that's why the whole gambling on golf thing happens. Because these guys are in these biggest moments. I mean, you think of Michael Jordan, you think of all the big moments. We're doing all the shit all the time. Think about an entire arena. The entire league is on your back. Everything, basically. Nike is on your back at that point. The amount of pressure and exhilaration that you have to feel whenever that shit falls, okay? So now that's a dragon, okay? And that thing's out there. How do you feel that? Well, this putt needs to be worth $150,000.
Yeah.
This 3 foot, like chasing that thrill, I assume was what maybe started him into that particular world. And then nowadays, it just seems like it's status quo to learn. Like my thoughts are Michael Jordan is competing on a golf course right now. He's obviously taking over business. And the fact that we're getting a sit-down interview with him that was already recorded, are they going to update this thing at least?
That's what I'm worried
Can we
about.
get some updated Tariq?
Hold on, wait.
Tariq, we need you to travel down there. We need that to happen each week.
So are we thinking this is just one long interview?
Yeah.
They're going to just microdose
Yeah.
throughout?
Yes.
I think we're getting episodes, brother. I think last night was episode 1 of podcast.
So, like, we will get,
no.
like him talking about, like, LeBron at some point, but I don't think it's going to be topical as to what is actually, like.
We don't know this.
We don't know,
We don't.
but my impression from last night was Tarico went down to his house before the season started during the summer, sat with him for 2.5 hours, and they're going to cut that up into little splices throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, but just like the Roman numeral 6 at the bottom, they always keep us guessing.
I agree. I hope so.
We thought he was going to be on the desk. Well, we got this, we got the 6, we got that. We're all excited. We're all into it. We're all listening. And I do appreciate him saying he felt obligated to give back to the game. At this stage, why is he choosing to do it now? And I think you have given back to the game. I mean, we're all wearing it.
Yeah.
Basically,
everywhere.
You've given back. Yeah, you've given back a lot. Your name and your dunking has really changed everything. But I'm excited for it. I thought he was on the desk though.
Me too.
I felt like a mark whenever I saw him.
Well,
Big-
that's what I thought.
Big time.
But when I saw him sitting down at his house,
Yeah. How fucking stupid am I?
I thought.
The hell? Yeah, like he's gonna be go to Oklahoma City and stand on the court tonight before the game. What a moron!
That's what I was doing.
Me too.
That's
I
what
know.
was doing.
I did too.
that might just be the first one.
I was so embarrassed by myself.
I know.
It was hard to look at like you idiot. You know the business. What did Michael Jordan?
Oh yeah, he's gonna go down there and spend his whole night in Oklahoma City. Yeah, I bet he will. Fucking idiot.
Why'd we think?
I don't know. I have no idea. And it seems so simple now, looking back on it. It's like, of course he wasn't going to go down there. Why would you?
Would he?
Yeah, they rolled out the red carpet and came to him. Why would he?
He just got done.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Just got done.
He could have done opening night.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he's going to any arenas. Like, if they do a doubleheader on NBC, and then maybe they're just doing studio show, maybe he pops into the studio.
Oh,
show,
great. And maybe last night they won from Oklahoma City because it was like first game. Let's go ahead and be live from here. Maybe it will be a studio like Football Night in America with a couple people spread out because you start looking at the lineup of all the, I don't want to say the cast of characters, but you get what I'm saying here. A lot of people for NBC. Amazon Prime's got
A bunch.
So many.
They got a lot of legends working over there. I'll be
yeah.
excited to see how they kind of disperse everything that they got going on. But it feels like the new rights deal that Adam Silver has negotiated with all these different platforms is going to provide a lot of opportunity for a lot of OGs to kind of tell their story and give their takes on it. I'm excited to see all the drama that kind of just starts. I mean, there's going to be so much shit. You got a lot of players saying a lot of stuff at a lot of different places, and there's a lot of things that are going to go through the season. And you know how like normal play or live players right now, how they feel about the OG players. So now you got a lot more OG players potentially saying things. That's why we asked Steve Nash yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Steve, what are you going to say about the current players? You know, like, how are you going to?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm always going to be me. I'm going to be. I'll be excited to see how they all balance that, because I think Shaq and Chuck obviously get a lot of heat because it feels like they're burying the modern day, but they're just pointing out from their eyes what they see in ball. It's like, how do all the other OGs see ball, and how are those conversations go? I think it's good. I think it's great for the conversation. It's great for us to kind of keep up with. And if last night is any indication of what the season's going to be like for NBC, congrats, you guys nailed it.
Yep.
It feels like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to be there.
Yeah.
Why would you guys think that?
Yeah, I don't
I have no, I'm wearing the shoes.
Mike.
The guy's got all the money in the world. Yeah, okay, what do we do? You want me to read an A block? Okay. Is it my turn to talk now? What do you think Michael Jordan was going to do?
I was honestly shocked at the story. I couldn't believe he actually shot the free throw.
Yeah.
For the, I'm assuming, billionaire that owned the house. I would have thought he said, I'm not your fucking puppet. I'm not shooting the fucking free throw.
Yeah.
But he
No, no,
shot
no.
it. That shocked me.
On that note, I'd like to buy this house and tear it down.
Yeah.
Well, the,
already paid for it.
the family's just like it's an Airbnb, and he gets there, and the family's just there, and they're like, "Hey, Michael, can you just shoot one, please?"
Think about them seeing the order come through. Okay?
Yeah.
That's like that commercial, the Michael Jordan guy who trying to get the reservation for the restaurants.
Yeah.
And then shows up, Michael Jordan's running our house. That's not.
Yeah. This ain't no Airbnb either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's not listed. No way.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see how much that would cost a night if you were able to rent it. Maybe Ty, maybe you rent that thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe
You know?
hey, start working on your free throw.
I know. You're right. That's all it takes. Quick 150 grand for the weekend. No big deal.
A night. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who might have more information on why the hell did we think that Michael Jordan was going to be sitting in a studio talking about basketball throughout the season on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Schreier.
Hey, Sean.
Sean, we feel so stupid. We last night while we're sitting there watching Michael Jordan at his house, it looked beautiful, by the way. I assume he's got a lot of those different rooms, and we saw his house in Illinois that was for sale, still for sale, everything like that. Beautiful place. He's earned it all. Congratulations to him. He's built a lot of different businesses for other people. I think Chicago Bulls, the NBA would say this, the Jordan brand would obviously say this, Space Jam potentially. I mean, you start naming things. This guy is obviously an earner. I think for everybody that he's ever really worked for, Gatorade, everything. So I appreciate how nice of a setup it is for him. And why did I, in my brain, when I heard this, think that Michael Jordan was going to be doing anything other than sitting in his house having a podcast? And on that note, how does the NBA, Adam Silver, and people you talk to around the league feel about all these OGs getting an opportunity to cover the game with the new rights deals?
Well, I think one, your heart would have been broken if you had reached out to me yesterday. I would have told you Michael Jordan is not going to be.
Hashtag Sean's new.
Yeah.
Hashtag Sean's
you
new.
might not have tuned in as excitedly. So I'm happy you didn't. And you know, I'd rather you get your dream shattered, but you still get to experience the Michael Jordan, mentality, the aura that is MJ. But I mean, I enjoyed watching that. I think it was like a 3-minute interview. I believe half of it was talking about when he went to I think it was the Ryder Cup owner's home, and he got challenged to shoot a free throw. He said it was like years ago or something. I know Brandon Miller was drafted by the Hornets in 2022 in high in the lottery. I think it was the number 2 pick in Charlotte. He told a story at the time that he was shooting free throws with Michael Jordan, and he was trash talking Michael Jordan. So that was 3 years ago. So we do know that. We do know, I don't know how long ago this was, but at least 3 years ago, Brandon Miller and Michael Jordan, I think Brandon Miller, the story goes, he saw Michael Jordan airball a free throw. So shout out Brandon Miller.
No, I don't want to hear that. Listen, that is not
That's a
what
lie.
I want to hear.
That's a lie.
Shut up, you don't need to say everything that comes into that brain, okay? You can go ahead and filter something.
I'm just refreshing memory. So I don't know how long ago this was. Was this after the Brandon Miller on court? Was it
Several
I think
years after.
we gotta do some. Now, how could it be several years? Several years is like this.
No,
year.
right.
It was like
6
a
years,
month ago.
Charles.
Yeah, but he says in the interview, like, I haven't picked up a basketball in years. The last time I picked it up was insert story.
No,
Yeah,
I think
but what year was that? We got to figure out the years.
He
We
said
gotta
he
find
hadn't
out.
picked up a basketball in years whenever he was asked to shoot the free throw. That's why he felt the pressure.
So Pat, me as a listener, I'm hearing that, and I'm like, what's years? Is years 5 years, 6 years? I know for sure he picked up a ball in 2022.
So that's probably
There you go.
he airballed free throw and said, "I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go golf."
Then he did it, and then he made it. So the ending, let's just for our fantasy purposes, we'll just
No.
No, for
No.
reality.
Wait, it was the
Yeah.
camp. Remember the camp too, where the kids. It was like if he makes every shot, or if he misses
Chris
one
Paul, I
shot. Yeah.
think.
Well, how many years ago was that?
It was 2020,
4
maybe
years ago,
2019. That feels like it was a
That
little
was the
longer ago.
F kids.
Yeah, if you make every single shot, if he misses one of these shots, everybody in here gets
Free Jordans,
Free
I
Jordans.
think.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
I will say though, Pat, I think
that's
the
what I
return
think.
of like players, whether at Amazon, NBC, we're seeing a lot of former players, up there, and I love it. I mean, back when I was at FanDuel TV, worked closely with Chandler Parsons, Lou Williams. We had DeMarcus Cousins on, Iman Shumpert, Evan Turner, guys that would come on. And like from my purposes, I know what I do, and it's always refreshing to hear the experts, the people that were in it, that lived and breathed it. I mean, you guys, DB, AJ, the other AJ, like you guys have that experience, that the expertise that I think the fans hopefully can get and absorb that.
Yeah, me, AJ's in the D, but always try our best to just kind of give our perspective. But we think everybody obviously is a good voice to be heard. Now, when some people take themselves a little bit too serious and have never done, they're going to get buried every once in a while by some people. But that's the game that we're in. Mm-hmm. That's the world that we live in. And we appreciate what you do because we obviously can't do that. But I'm excited to hear the former NBA legends commentate all year long. Now, let's talk about a legend that is currently not playing but still in the league and has played against all the guys that are currently on TV now. LeBron James, okay, so he has a sciatica, okay, in the back there with the Los Angeles Lakers. 3 to 4 weeks is what it was being said. Obviously, at this stage of his career, this might be beneficial for him long term if he misses 3 to 4 weeks worth of games here at the beginning, whenever obviously at the end of the year is whenever you're going to need LeBron James at his absolute best. Last year, he was flying around like he was a 29-year-old still. They were expecting him to do that. Luka obviously brought in to be the future of the franchise. Are we about to enter LeBron James sit in the corner, let Luka cook? Maybe LeBron James save the legs a little bit, still be able to dominate. Is this a new era of LeBron James basketball with the Lakers? And when are we expecting him to be actually back with the Los Angeles Lakers?
Watching the Lakers last night, I think they need LeBron James, who's going to be there, have the ball in his hands. Whenever Luka doesn't have the ball in his hands and Austin Reeves is either off the court playing off the ball, they need LeBron James to be LeBron James. That's what I saw last night. I mean, a top 15 player last year. He was on an all-NBA team. And this sciatica that we talk about, right, on his right side, it is important to note here, Pat. I'm told he first had this back situation occur late July, early August in an on-court workout. I'm told he was working out with Tyrese Maxey and Zach LaVine, and he felt something in his back. And then he ends up getting tests and things of that sort. And so this is an injury that's been described to me, and I think Draymond Green spoke about it last night, that it comes and goes. You feel it. You don't really have like a set timeline, or it's not like there's a treatment that you just do and it just heals. It's time. It's how you feel. And I think there was maybe a notion that he'd feel better by now, but obviously he needs time because all of the he didn't have an off season. So all that time that he missed, we're usually accustomed to seeing LeBron in August and September post these 6 a.m. workouts. We only saw that really for a couple weeks this summer. So he didn't have that routine, normal LeBron James offseason. And so I think this training camp, I think right now is a lot about him getting back into basketball shape and being able to go out there and play with the proper conditioning that we're accustomed to seeing him play, because he's not a guy that's just going to come in the game and just stand in the corner. I don't see that from LeBron James this year. Never say never where that could be next year, or if he keeps playing, or how the second half of the year goes if he's not able to be back physically. But I am told he's doing more and more on the court, but sources tell me he's going to be very, very patient with this injury. And I'm told the Lakers and LeBron are looking at mid-November-ish for him to make his debut. So we're still looking at some time here before he's going to be able to be back out on the court. There's still some boxes he's got to check. And in the meantime, he's sitting there watching this team. And, I think back, Rich Paul told me the day that LeBron James opted in that they just want a realistic chance. LeBron James just wants a realistic chance at winning a championship. And I think we're going to see how this team looks. And, watching this team, I can only help but reread Rich Paul's statement to me back on, I think it was June 30th. And kind of that message that they had was a cry for help. Like, we want this team to be as loaded, as stacked as possible so we can have a chance to win a championship. And, we'll see. I'm not going to panic over one game. I'm sure Laker fans are going to panic, but we'll see how this team looks as the next few weeks go on.
DeAndre Ayton, right, was brought in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now they're getting an opportunity to obviously see what the roster is without LeBron playing. You talked about him not being standing the corner guy at this stage, and June 30th text from Rich Paul about wanting to win a title. It's like, if LeBron can continue to be the freight train that he has been, he's a modern marvel this year. Like, he is an actual... And then we don't even have to go back to the Olympics.
Insane.
What's that?
It's insane.
Yes.
It's insane. He's about to be 41 in December, and the fact that he's playing at this level, that's why, like, I can never picture him standing in the corner. If LeBron James has to, I think a lot of scouts, a lot of teams would agree. These Lakers need LeBron James to be LeBron James for this team to have a chance to really contend and compete for a championship. So if he is a stand in the corner player, I think that's going to shift
I'd say
balance of powers a lot.
Yeah, LeBron James on your team, on your roster, need him to be LeBron James to win. It's like, I'm excited to see how long that can last. Because remember, it's been like the last 3-4 years where they're like, LeBron James can't just be the ball dominant, run heavy at the age that he's going, especially they're running on hardwood. Think about how big it is, the joints, everything like that. They talk about the body and everything, the travel schedule, the lack of rest, all the shit that NBA players talk about. This dude's 41 years old and he's bigger than everybody. He's somehow still doing it all. The guy is a absolute physical specimen. And, I can't wait to see him back. So what it sounds like you're saying is his sciatica might not be still hurting right now, but he needs to get back into game shape is what we're hearing. And through this process, the sciatica might pop up a little bit because it's kind of a sporadic. This sciatic is a little sporadic. Okay, that's pretty... That's pretty good. A couple bars there, actually. So that whole thing to think about, certainly going forward in my life. But it is a sporadic thing, so it might pop up. But mostly, this is him training to get into season shape at the moment. Is how your feel is for the situation.
He went a little over a month before September 29th, which was media day and training camp. He went over a month prior to that. So we're thinking late August, mid-August. He went that far without touching a basketball, like real live basketball action. So you're already behind the 8 ball when you're starting training camp and you haven't really done live basketball. You haven't been in your routine, normal off season. So he is playing catch up in a lot of ways as far as his conditioning. And I'm sure he's looking great in his individual workouts. He's got to get to the point where he's feeling like LeBron James. He's able to move like LeBron James. But listen, in the meantime, and even as we move forward, I think a lot with the Lakers changed once they got Luka Doncic. Like, Luka Doncic has been the guy. He is the guy for this team. He is the new face of this franchise. And so, yeah, they need LeBron James to be LeBron James. But Luka Doncic is 20. I think he just turned 26. Like, he is supposed to be that guy. If you're asking for – you need LeBron James to be LeBron James, which is, probably on this team, having the ball when Luka doesn't have the ball. Probably being the 1A, 1B option. But you need Luka Doncic to be the face of your franchise as well. We saw that last night. He was absolutely brilliant. He played great basketball, didn't force the action, and the numbers he put up at the end, just unbelievable.
Yeah, 1 assist away from a triple-double. He goes for 43, 12, and 9, okay? And Lakers lose to the Warriors. The Warriors improved to 27-8 when Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green all play, including regular season and playoffs. Jimmy Butler, the third, 31 points, his most in a regular season game since joining the Warriors. And Luka Doncic, 43 points, most in a season opener by a Lakers player since Kobe Bryant in 2007. So obviously, Luka comes in great shape, playing his best ball. Are the Lakers poised to go on a championship run? And if they're not, what does that mean for LeBron?
Ooh.
Oh.
San Antonio.
Is that what you were saying about that June 30th message?
That sounded like a meteor. Like I think that's what the sound you guys just made is like a meteor hit. The meteor might hit. We'll say you never know.
Oh, he's saying that thing's it's
We
buzzing.
know
It's buzzing in the
we
universe.
know when
You don't wanna know
LeBron
what
James
that
steps
sounds
on the
like.
court. We saw with the message from Rich Paul, like they want, like he,
Not like that.
in his mind, he's about to be 41 years old, year 23, never been done before. It's about having a realistic chance to win, and only time can tell. One game isn't going to decide the Lakers' season.
All right, there's another trade. We're not talking about LeBron being traded at this moment. We're just saying, hey, these things are all obviously being chatted about. There was a trade last year that obviously rattled the entire industry, rattled the entire sports world. On the same night as the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, Indiana, there was a trade that sent Luka to Los Angeles to become the face of the Lakers. He looks better than ever, but at the time, it was earth-shattering info that maybe not everybody had. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about longevity. LeBron, first player to play with his son, and his son is making the rounds now on the internet. See some internet reports. I want you to clear this up for me. Did you text Bronny James to break the Luka trade, or how did this work with him sending that into the Lakers group chat, Shams?
Can we pull that tweet up?
Sure.
Can we pull that tweet up?
Boom.
Can we find-
Right from your brain.
What's the tweet? I can't see it.
We have it up, James.
So he put my tweet. See, some people hit me. They're like, "Yo, why is it coming out that you were texting players?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It says right there. So they're saying that Bronny posted my tweet in the Lakers group chat.
That's right. That's right. You told him to do that.
Yeah.
You told him to do that.
I don't think I had time to text anyone that night. I had time to pick up like 5 phone calls that night. You being one of them, Pat. Yeah. You being one of them. My hands were shaking. They were like this, like literally.
Hey, Sean.
Like I was sweating bullets. I was like, I don't want a typo. You have typos in tweets. This is not the tweet for a typo.
Yeah.
This is not the tweet for a typo. You got to make sure you're on it. You can't have any detail wrong. And the only people I was texting were my sources on the story. So about 5 people I was talking to. The last call I had, this is exactly how the call went. I picked up. I said, "Did this really happen?" Mm-hmm. And the person goes, "Yeah, it did." That's it. Hung up. I didn't even have to say what it was. They didn't have to say what it was. We knew it. And I put, maybe 20 seconds later, I put it out.
How about a self-censoring there in that big of a moment? Yeah,
This
it
is
did.
Family-friendly airways. I can take advantage of
the platform. But you're senior NBA insider. You need to make sure you
watch your mouth.
Yeah, you need to watch your mouth. And I'm about sick of your mouth too, the way you've been talking about these stories. Okay, so you need to slow it down, Shams. Yeah, that's obviously the tweet heard around the world very quickly. Hall of Fame tweet, Hall of Fame break, and
so no, I didn't. To clear up, DB, I did not text Bronny James anything about anything that night, or really any night. But that night was 5 people I was in constant communication with over a 7-minute period, and then my phone started going crazy.
A lot of sources.
Picked up my guy Tom DeCourty's call, Sports Center producer. Shout out to him. You obviously called. So there were a couple GMs I picked up, a couple other people, but there it is. There it is.
Yeah, this doesn't even count for people that screenshot it and posted it themselves. I mean, this thing's over 1 billion. Obviously, no typos, great capitalized letters there. I think you really pieced it together well. And
thank God.
I will say his hands were shaky strictly because I did FaceTime him, and it was like he was in that moment of like, holy shit, like it just happened, And I was telling him he got hacked. I think everybody's probably telling you that.
And you knew I was woefully unprepared because I had glasses on. You've seen you're one of few people that have seen the hair without the hair.
Shams looks very cool without it all kind of buttoned up, just like whenever he's not saying words.
Yeah, exactly.
Shams got a little messy hair, and he's not doing king. You know what I mean? He is. There's 2 Shamses here, and we appreciate this Shams, obviously.
Fooling us. I expected Shams to be a wake up and make the bed type of guy too. I know you're in the hotel, but geez, Shams.
The bed's made. What are you talking about?
No, right there over your left shoulder, brother. It's right there on the.
Made poorly.
Man. You kidding me?
What? Are you
that's his
4
start
years
thing.
old?
That's made. Am I true?
What are you putting it on the counter for?
Not
What's
in
it
my
on
guest
the,
house.
what's it on the side table for? What's that?
We might have a little straggler on the side, but it's a made bed over here.
Yeah, who made it? Helen Keller? Jeez. Come on, Shams.
Helen Keller would have felt that on the side.
That's a good point. It'd be better.
Helen
You're right.
Keller would have felt
You're
that
right.
if I had to get, because that was, right?
Yeah.
That was her entire
deaf and blind.
means of, that's wild. The amount of patience. Oh, we don't have to get into that.
No.
We don't, wanna get into that. We don't want to get into that. Let's talk about patience. There's going to have to be some in New York, because we're all figuring it out. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, Shams, as a Celtics fan, I just try and rile Bruce up as much as I can because he loves the Knicks, and he actually is kind of pissed off today because Karl Anthony Towns, 1, is questionable for tonight, and 2, said that he doesn't really know what his role in the offense is with their new coach, Mike Brown. So what's going on with the Knicks? Did they kind of build a team for Thibodeau's style, and now they're realizing that they have to completely change the team because Mike Brown's style is different? What do you kind of expect the Knicks to be this year? And am I wrong in thinking that the Cavaliers are going to win by 50 tonight?
Whoa.
No, I mean, the Knicks and the Cavs have the pressure going into this season to be coming out of the East. I mean, they're Orlando, Atlanta, Detroit, Philadelphia, if healthy. Boston's going to always be competitive, and we'll see Jason Tatum, the way he looks. I'm sure he really wants to come back this season. But, that's the pressure that they have. When you fire Tom Thibodeau after making it to the conference finals, it's championship or bust. Mike Brown is entering a championship or bust situation. The Knicks roster knows it. But even the players in Cleveland know that this is a championship-type season, championship or bust season. That's what's on the line, at least getting to the finals. So what comes with that, of course, there's going to be growing pains. Like, I think Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, all trying to figure out exactly how Mike Brown is as a coach, his offensive systems and all that. But honestly, BC, the thing that I'm more worried about than anything is the fact that this team in New York right now is so, they're dealing with injuries. Like, they're banged up already, and the season hasn't started. Mitchell Robinson is out tonight. Josh Hart is out tonight. That's your starting center and essentially your sixth man who basically can be a starter for your team. So you're already starting the year. And those two guys, I think there's a very real chance they're missing real time to start the year. And Mitchell Robinson, it's been touch and go with him all throughout the last couple of years. He's had ankle surgery, ankle surgeries. He's had time off. He only played, I think, 17 games, 18 games or whatever last season. So this is a team. They need to be healthy. They need Mitchell Robinson. I'm more concerned right now about how banged up they are. Even Cat, he's dealing with a quad strain. We'll see if he plays tonight. I would expect him to try everything he can to play. He's been playing through a ton of pain throughout the last few years. So I'm more concerned about their health.
I watched Cat run up and down that court against the Pacers with these eyes right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy I'm not that tall.
Yeah, he was lugging.
I mean, it was boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. After about 40 times of that, I don't know how a body that large kind of continues to go. He was a weapon for him whenever he was balling, though.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Big Purr was killing it for the Knicks there for a while. Big games, obviously, tonight. And last question, obviously, comes from Ty about an ex-big man. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Shams, we need an update. New season's officially started. Zion looks absolutely jacked. He's no longer a fatso, which everyone absolutely loves. What does this mean for the Pelicans? I feel like we've been doing this, the last 5 years, really ever since he's drafted. Now, it's kind of, they gave him the keys, okay? And is he going to be able to take him to the playoffs? What's going on with Zion and the Pelicans?
I'm looking at their injury report, and all of their main players are healthy. Kevon Looney, their backup big, he's out to start the year, but everyone else that matters is healthy, and that's the only thing that matters for the Pelicans. When Zion Williamson's on the court, we know he leads to winning and he leads to success.
Yep.
The problem is he has not been able to stay on the court, and then when he misses time with soft tissue injuries, he obviously he looks different than before, and he also sets him back conditioning-wise, his basketball shape, and it prolongs his time period. And the Pelicans, trying to look out for him, set these expectations and set these ground rules. But they do have a new management in there. Joe Dumars is the new president of basketball operations there. David Griffin.
Let him play. Let him play.
He's going to do 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that point this season with him. But Joe Dumars, I will say this: he's a guy that's won a championship. He was a champion with the Bad Boy Pistons. Then he was the GM of the Pistons in the 2000s when they won a championship. Then he's been a part of building cultures, building teams, and he's holding Zion Williamson accountable. I think this is for the first time in his career he's had a voice like this really hold him accountable. And so this is a pretty make or break season for Zion Williamson, for the Pelicans. See how this team looks. So when he's on the court, we know what we get. And he looks like he's in shape this year.
Yes, he is. We appreciate it. Let's go, Zion.
Come on, go.
Zion respects the art of being a chef, okay? So he dabbles every once in a while. And he just doesn't do as much working out as he's supposed to do. And then all of a sudden, everybody says with his style, the way he is built, they say, this guy's fat. Then he goes on the court, he has a quadruple double somehow. Okay, and that's just the Zion Williamson story. Everybody looks at him, says he can't do it.
Neither.
And then down there in the Pelicans are like, well, we need him to be able to run 45 wind sprints. It's like, can we just get fucking 5 minutes out of this guy? Because he puts the ball in a hoop and then he finds somebody. He's electrifying whenever he plays. He is dominant whenever he plays. So if we get a Zion Williamson,
please.
We've been pulling for this for like a half a decade now. Long time since I started seeing him dunk. I've said this numerous times. So I
look at this. Look at this.
Boom. He's been doing that on little tiny white kids in South Carolina on the internet since I'm, like 25 years old?
For sure.
I'm 38 right now.
Yeah.
So he's been doing that a long time. I have followed Zion's story. The shoe blowout, the whole thing. I love how he is so explosive. He is such an explosive athlete. Like, they don't make a lot of humans in the history of the world that are as explosive as Zion. To be able to be as big as he's always been and to be able to do what he does at the effortlessness that he does it, it's like, this is a special talent. Then he gets the Pelicans and they will have him on court.
Yeah. And he has good vibes, too. Like, he's like a jovial guy. Yeah, that's why it sucks.
He's got himself into some stuff off court, but
no doubt.
Because he's
yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's an interesting dynamic down there with him and Pelicans. And then they pay him a bunch of money, and then they're like, yeah, we're still not gonna let you play though. You gotta be able to. We're gonna see more out of you. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get that. They got a new fucking chef right down the street right here. I don't know if you want that.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna let him out there. I hope it happens. Let's go, Zion.
Let's go. Looking back on it, it's crazy. Like how him and Ja went 1 and 2, and like how their careers have both, gone. They've both been paid. They've both been very successful, but like very two different, like controversial number 1 and number 2 overall picks now.
And they can wrap it up in the Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah,
that's right.
And that's what it's all about.
That's the thing is, like, both of them have a chance here, still have a trajectory line here to like make a great I don't know if second half's the word. These guys are still so young. Like, it's scary. These guys are like 25 years old. And we're talking about like how they're going to finish their career. They have their whole 26, however old they are. They have their whole career. But I think everyone in the league would love, like, even fans of his, other players, they'd love to see him put together a 70-game season. The way he's dunking, he should be in the dunk contest.
82.
Try to lead this team to the play-in playoffs. Like, that's what everyone's been waiting for.
Come on, Depot, let's be real here.
I mean, how many? No, they played 82. We just saw the GOAT last night. 82 games.
Well, 70 would be great. Let's get Zion to play 35.
Yeah.
Before we
All right, let him play. Let's let him on the court.
That's what I'm saying.
That didn't sound like what it was.
No, listen, I'm a big Zion guy. First of all, I liked Fat Zion, so I don't know if I love new Jack Zion. We'll see if he's the same guy. Connor said he's very jovial. Being very jovial is a fat guy trait. That's not really like a Jack guy trait. So
that's true.
We'll see.
Remember what?
Bingo.
In the room.
Yeah, living,
that's
breathing embodiment right here.
Yeah.
So,
Two different people.
We'll see.
AQ and AJ.
Yeah, but you know what? To be a dog, maybe he has to be a little miserable, a little hungry.
You're right.
Maybe that's the new Zion.
Wait, AQ or
what's that?
AJ?
Okay, all right. All right, I forgot about that, yeah. That was you, Shams, insider, but not for football, obviously, or the program. Last question here from D-Butt for you. Big debut tonight.
Oh, yeah, going from one Duke number 1 pick to another one. Cooper Flagg, what should we expect from his usage? Heard some reports about him being a point guard for the Mavs. What should we expect from Cooper Flagg?
I think he's going to spend a lot of the early part of the year at point guard. We'll see what the final starting lineup is, but the way they finished the preseason was D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench and Cooper Flagg as the point guard. I mean, this guy does everything. He's able to impact the game on every single level already in the league. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see the playmaking game so early in his career. They're kind of experimenting with it. Kyrie Irving, we'll see when he's going to be back. Obviously, that's their point guard when he's healthy. But in the meantime, I think they're going to put him in position pretty early.
Jason Kidd says we got him. This whole them getting number 1 overall pick with this Cooper Flag main event generational type talent after the Luka trade that we just talked about having at least 1 billion views and becoming the topic of conversation. It's certainly some conspiracy fodder, and your name is involved in all of them, including group text. We appreciate the hell out of you for joining us, Shams. Have a great NBA season.
Appreciate you guys. Happy NBA season. We'll be talking soon.
Let's see that bet real quick one more time. Can we, just so we see that can't happen.
Hey, look at this. That's a made bet.
No, it's not.
That's
Look at the
terrible.
pillows.
Why are the blankets? Hold on. So look at the blankets on the left side too. It feels like this is like your thing. You put them up on the side tables.
It's no. We had some stragglers here. You know, it's a big bet. I love my comforters. Maybe I got double comforters here. The pillows are up.
Oh, okay.
Double comforter.
But look, this one's on the table.
Oh, yeah, on the left.
And it's over here too. Yeah, can you keep moving, Sean?
On your right, Shams.
The other side too.
This
one's over here. It's on a table, right? Isn't it, Chomps?
Maybe the comforter is so big you can't tell if it's.
Well, get a comforter that's big enough for your bed that fits the size of your bed.
But I also, how do you not know when you're making the bed? Because you have to be pulling.
Oh no, I got an extra 6 feet here.
Actually, there's a chance that Shams does. You ever see those people jump in the pool feet first and then they like go all the way down?
Yeah.
Shams actually goes in the top. Under the
Yeah, you might be right.
So he doesn't even have to pull them up on it.
I think this is a 7.5 rated make the bed moment right here.
Oh, my
7.5.
You are disrespecting a lot of made beds right now.
7.
You got some nice parents.
You're out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, Shams Sharani. Thank you.
Yeah, Shami.
So he pulled those up, right? Had to. Unless he did which he could have, or from the bottom.
Yeah, bottom slide.
Yeah.
Which he could have done that.
Through that, just.
Yeah,
all right, we're good.
That's what he did, right?
For sure.
And that's what he might do, too, when he gets in bed. He might just throw them up as fast as possible. And then
there's a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance with Shams. He's so dialed into, having conversations, building relationships, getting inside information. Outside of that, I don't know Shams, I don't know with him.
No.
I never know with Shams.
yeah.
Well, that's why we love him.
Bingo. Well said.
The water alarms.
What's that?
Drink water alarms.
Yeah, lunch, the
oatmeal.
He put
Yeah,
fork in
and
oatmeal. Yeah, that's certainly a move. That's a decision that was made. Wife had a little potato soup the other day.
Ooh.
It was thick, though. Didn't know if I should go with the spoon or the fork, because there's little bacon bits on top
Sure.
as well. Went with spoon. I am a fork user, though. I think I would rather fork than spoon. Basically, 9 times out of 10. I think I'm more of a fork guy.
That is very interesting because I've been having the same debacle with my microwave meals, and I have learned that I am a spoon guy, no
Me
matter
too.
what.
Really?
Yeah, like I've been eating like just steak and rice, little pre-made ones.
So you'll go down in the corner and use that thing as a shovel.
Bingo. I'm
'Cause that's where I come in. And I have problems because my guys, pitchforky.
Yeah.
They can't get it all.
Yeah.
So I got to turn that son of a bitch sideways.
Sideways.
And I'm
Yeah.
cradling this way. You see, you guys are doing a little bit of this. It feels like.
Oh, yeah. I still use
I'm gonna
full shop
buy-
of sporks.
Yeah. Boom.
What's that,
I
buddy?
still use sporks.
Okay, so
like we
you
used to elementary school.
you go into your kitchen. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, it's a
Custom made.
pretty good day. Let me go ahead and get a paper plate for sure. That's my house.
I'm a big paper plate.
Come on now.
Paper plate for sure. Let me pull that out. Let me go ahead and open this drawer right here. Spork.
Yep. Got
How's that?
spoons, butter knives, forks, sporks.
Metal.
Always loaded.
Metal, silverware, very nice silverware.
Sport.
Metal
Metal.
Metal
Oh, yeah.
forks?
Custom, one of one.
Wow. I mean,
Always available.
Always.
if you have sporks, that is, I'm so jealous. I haven't been jealous like this ever. I think
Silverware
if
spork?
If you have metal sporks,
Yeah, because you only think of spork being the plastic or the
Exactly.
the shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Took months to come in.
KFC, right? They're the only one.
Yep.
KFC's
Boom.
the plastic sporks, right?
That's the model we used. Actually.
Say, hey, we need to say actual match the rest of the set.
Going to KFC.
Man, that's,
Dims.
that's like a little chipper on the side of the green. It's just
Exactly.
like perfect for the occasion.
It's the unduffable.
It's the hot. Exactly.
It is.
The
Well
unduffable
said.
silverware.
That is exactly
Ice
what
cream, soup,
Oh.
spaghetti, doesn't matter.
Oh, my
What the
God.
hell?
That is the right move.
I don't have a spork.
Ice cream cracking through. And then, don't worry, I got you,
Yeah.
says the spoon. Oh, my God. Everything.
Spaghetti is,
I mean,
boy, because usually you get the big, serving spoon with the fork to kind of twist
Dude,
if you want.
All in one.
Fucking, that's for the birds.
Yep.
Get a spork.
Yeah, you get both of them.
Yeah.
You guys use scissors while you're eating spaghetti?
Sometimes. If it
use-
I've
calls
seen
for it.
that.
Never.
I think I'm out on spaghetti.
Just as a whole?
Yeah, like I think I'm a penne guy.
Yeah, I think penne pasta is fantastic. Oh, my little linguine. Too.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that entire game. I agree. Spaghetti is my least favorite of the pastas, but boy, do the Italians love having a good spaghetti. Like you go to an Italian's house.
Yeah, no
you try the
thanks.
spaghetti. I would much rather the thicker one that has a little bit more. Like, no, you gotta try the spaghetti. It's like, okay, I'll definitely do that. But the other ones I think are better. You guys should maybe take a little bit more pride in those ones than you do spaghetti. Why, Nick? Why is the spaghetti always the one? Why is it just the orig?
It is the orig. It's standard. It's just the best option. It goes with everything.
I see, and that's what we're saying. We don't agree with it.
Yeah.
we think the other one is much better. All the penny one, the rigatone, not bad either.
Sure.
I mean, there's
Bow
a lot
ties.
Yeah, the bow ties, not bad.
Tortellini.
Yeah, there's so many different
I
options.
could never be out of spaghetti.
No, that's because the tradition of it. I think right. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's got just.
It's always
tough
there.
times. Go a long way. It's good. Goes with everything. Like, yeah.
You know, so you can get a little Parmesan on top of it.
Yeah.
Don't even need the sauce or the gravy, whatever it is. For me, though, I don't like the
Yeah, I don't like sucking it up.
I don't like
I don't
that.
want to eat my food through a straw like you are with spaghetti. And
But you got to be able to do the hang, and that's where the scissors come in. 'Cause
Yeah.
you do the twisty twist, and then you do the scissors. Now all of a sudden, guess what that is? That's a fat ass rigatone. All of a sudden, around your fork, and it's like, yep, I got to the final game that I was looking for here. Thank you for letting me do that. Nonetheless, shout out to the Italians. You guys got great food.
Fazoli's. The only place you can eat spaghettis. Fazoli's, baby. It's the only place they do it right. Everywhere else, it tastes like cologne.
Okay. That's not real. That's not real.
The only places the only Italian houses I've been where I eat spaghettis. No thanks.
Not good.
No.
Yeah, right.
Terrible.
Let's go to Hammer, Dahn. Anthony DeGiulio, what the hell is going on out here with this conversation about bad skets out here and Vaselini's being the only good spaghetti?
Sounds like a bunch of Irishmen talking about Italian food.
Oh!
Scottish, too.
I'm a rigatone guy.
Okay, me too. Okay.
So we're all on the same page, even the Italians know.
Me and you are not on the same page. Ever.
Well, rigatone, you guys are pretty on the same side right there.
Oh, what? You don't like penne? Okay. Whatever.
Guys eating steak with a spoon.
No, spork actually.
That's different than
No,
rice.
that was D-Butts.
Oh, yeah, you're right. When it's cut up already, he's getting the pre-made meals, obviously, which a lot of people are doing now.
They're so good.
Feels like the chefs are getting good at distributing good food for people to get into like shape. I think that's a good advancement of society that we have right now.
Nothing makes me more mad than whenever they don't pronounce the vowel at the end. Prosciutto, mozzarella.
Who's they?
Who's they?
What
The fuck are you talking?
Mozzarella. It's mozzarella.
No, it's mozzarella. It's mozzarella.
Technically,
It's prosciutto.
No, it's gabagool. It's mozzarella.
No, I hate it.
It's prosciutto. Yeah.
Pronounce the vowel at the end.
This is the Joe DeNoro.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
This is a part of the problem. I didn't know this was the case. Let's go back to Hammer, Dahn. Anthony DeGiulio, this is disgusting out here.
Sick, dude. Anthony DeGiulio.
Why don't we just call him Anthony DeJoule?
We do. We actually do call it. And there's an EO at the end, like E-I-E-I-O. So you would have to hit the E at least at the beginning. Anthony DeGiulio, I don't like what's going on here amongst the stage. I want to let the Italian conglomerate know that I am 0.01% Italian. It's documented.
And we love you.
And grazie and prego for that. And I'm thinking about going to rent an Italian club and join the pepperoni.
Yeah, sure.
The
You
pepperoni.
should.
The Irwin Pepperoni.
Yeah, you should think about joining Coach Diggs' team instead. He's got a great team name for his boys.
What's the name of the team?
Ask Tony.
Tony, what's the name of
I
the
can't remember.
Isn't it the fight in
Don't.
Dang Nabbits or something like
No,
that?
I don't think that was the name, but they are a tough squad on that bocce court.
Yeah.
They don't like playing on the rocks they got over there at Penn Hills, but we'll certainly get it figured out. Tone, we appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
buddy, for sticking up for the Italians because it got it disgusting out here.
Yeah, that was gross.
Mostly
I love
with
the
you.
Italians.
Thanks a lot,
Love
AJ.
the Italian food. Appreciate it, AJ.
That was outrageous.
The AJs.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, you should be going by a fake name anyways with what you just said about the Italians. It might be smart for you to lay low for a little bit.
I think they just need to pronounce the vowel at the end. That's it.
Pepperoni. You're talking about You're talking about a bocce team name. That's a brand. That's a brand name.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
right.
Don't cut that shit.
We probably shouldn't rile up AQ Schipple anymore just because he might blow a gasket.
All right, let's talk about some of the news that happened around the sports world over the last 24 hours. The NHL did hit a home run. The NHL had a magical moment. The NHL did something, and the Boston Bruins and the Boston Bruins fans did something that happened, I don't want to say very rarely, because it does happen. It feels like sports do try to pay respect to the people that have given to their team, to their cities, to their franchises. Now, everybody does it differently. Jerry Jones said, when Emmitt Smith came back, of course, we fucking...
Come on.
For Maka, there's enough to say thank you. We said thank you. Okay, we're getting out of here. There's none of that. Here with the Colts, I got a chance to see Edgerrin James, who obviously meant so much to the city and team. He got an entire video. I think Jeff Saturday did as well. Obviously, Peyton Manning did. So this does happen. This is something that does take place. But the way teams kind of do it and how the fans buy in and how the player receiving it kind of operates certainly makes the moment great or makes the moment bad. What Marshawn returning to Boston happened, that was some of the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in the history of sports. I'd damn near say. Now, obviously, there's breakthrough moments that have happened in sports that made the world a lot better. There's championship moments that'll be immortalized forever. There's the word I'm looking for. But it's like this moment right here, I think everybody's going to be trying to chase whenever they're trying to pay tribute to somebody who means so much for their city. How long was Marshy up in Boston? And on that note, you as Bruins fan watching this, I mean, I got teary-eyed watching this. I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I assume you did as well.
Yeah, he was there for 16 years, and it was his whole career. It's not like he started somewhere else. He started in Boston, stayed in Boston, was the rookie young kid making a name for himself, was awesome right away, too. He's been the same player the entire time, and that's the stuff that really gets you. Like him and his kids, because when he first came here, he didn't have an entire family, and his kids grew up here, and he talked about it after the fact. It was very emotional for me driving into the stadium or the arena, because then I started thinking about everything my kids have sacrificed and my family just to go from Boston to Florida, in that sense too, but also just supporting him through his entire hockey journey. I mean, the thing is too, no one will ever wear the number 63 again in Boston, and Boston is an original six hockey team. It's a historic franchise. He's one of 6 players to ever score 1,000 points for the Boston Bruins. And you look at that list, and it's Bergeron, it's Bobby Orr, it's Ray Bourque, it's legends of the game. And, he's in that category. And I'm sure for him, being a undersized NHL player, you never imagine when you're starting out, I'm going to be a 20-year vet with my jersey retired in multiple places. And now he might be that. And he did leave the door open after the game. I do see myself possibly coming back if the situation presents itself.
Florida Panther, Marshy, how did you feel watching that all take place?
I mean, that was awesome. I love when places just celebrate their legends for sure. And now it took me back to last year when he was traded. The one time in however many years we were working together, that con man legitimately wanted to fight me. I came in after the trade, hit him on the back, and he the look in his eyes was like, okay, this is real. And watching that, experiencing that, it took me back to them. Okay, they really love this guy, and we love him too.
And he loves them.
Yeah.
I like that he got emotional out there. Florida gets the win off a terrible
Meant to be.
The NHL was awesome. The NBA was incredible. The NFL is about to cook, and we have J.J. Watt on the other side.
Yeah.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We'll see you then.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. This is crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you 10 minutes. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there. He's heard a lot of something. My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in there?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
ladies and gentlemen,
The pants.
Not the drawers.
ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with the refreshing punch. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the four.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this glorious Watt Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football is magical. The NBA tipped off its regular season last night. The NHL had a magical moment with Marshy returning back to the Boston Bruins. And tomorrow, week 8 of the NFL season kicks off. We're in the middle of a great time to be alive. We thank you all for allowing us to do this for a living. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here.
Sir.
What are you wearing there?
McLaren fit. Nice hoodie. You know, 2 drivers trying to get their first championship this year.
Is that the one that Vander Stoppen's on?
No. Verstappen. Verstappen. Max. Max Verstappen.
G1? Are we
Max Verstappen. He actually is driver for Red Bull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's on McLaren? Is that
That is. Let's see if you got it. I think you got it.
That's Mr. Lewis Hamilton, and
Not Sir Hamilton, but he did just set the records for all-time points scored over 5,000 Ferrari.
That's got to be either Oscar or Lando.
Both of them. Boom.
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 I will say I got assist on Lando.
Ah, come on,
Not
bro.
an assist
Yeah.
on Oscar. though.
Piastri.
I feel pretty good that I pulled Oscar
down
out.
under.
Yeah, Pistorius.
And I'll tell you what,
No,
I heard
no,
they're going.
that's not his name.
He's from South Africa too. I don't think
Different
that's
down
down
under.
under. Yeah. Poor little Ting Ting too. If that whole thing wouldn't have happened,
I know.
I mean, who knows where we're sitting now?
Truly.
9-year and 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion, AQ Shipley's here. Good to see you. Hey, Q, we're about to get into your takeaways, but please let me introduce a man who was a Hofnom this year, but did not make it to the semifinal. But this is kind of standard operating procedure from my experience. You know, I was Hofnom 3 times. AJ, I think, is going to go on to make the Hall of Fame, and he should. This guy's the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. He is a college football national champion with the Ohio State Buckeyes. He's a Super Bowl champion with the Green Bay Packers. And this man has a tree on a campus named after him. And it's not just a redwood, Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk.
Is it more of a Japanese maple or is it more of a redwood, the tree that you have on there, AJ?
It would be a Buckeye tree. Ohio State Buckeyes, that's where I went to school, so that kind of makes sense.
What does a Buckeye tree look like? Is that thing
like the chocolate?
Pretty sweet. Look them up. They look pretty sweet. Buckeyes, they grow on them. They're very hard. You could throw them at people if you want.
Nuts. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So what is the build? Is it what is the build?
What?
Is it a rounder? Is it a little Christmas tree?
It's got a trunk, and then it goes up like that.
Oh.
Like an apple tree.
I think I could take your little Buckeye tree with one of these.
I don't think that's exactly a Buckeye tree.
I think I could take that thing down with a shin kick. I think I could. I think I could potentially get one of those right there. Is that AJ's tree right there? Do we just look up actually AJ Hawk's Buckeye?
No.
Do Buckeye trees normally sit amongst their friends? Is it normally like a wood?
A chatty
in the wild,
bunch?
I don't know how it works in the wild. It's called Buckeye Grove where they plant them, so they are amongst their friends there for sure.
You're telling me that I couldn't go shin kick that thing in half right there that I just saw?
That thing on the internet that you pulled up, yes, you could definitely kick that little baby tree down.
I didn't pull it up. AI did. Okay. And on that note, AI is cooking for these sports books in the NBA. Okay. We need to know that they're going to be throwing a hot baseball in this basketball odds world. Now, Gumpy, obviously one half of the Hammer Dahn Cowboys, didn't even know there was NBA action. He was actually betting on Kusa last night. There was some Conference USA and then maybe some footy. But there are people that are noted basketball gamblers. And what we would like to let people know is they know what's going on. Okay, these sports books know what's going on. What was some of the bets that you had last night on Kevin Wayne Durant?
I had him to go over his prop, which I believe was at 23.5. Well, I know, or at least in the book that I bet on, it was at 23.5. He ended up with 23 points in a double overtime game on opening night, which is tough. And then Steph Curry, I believe his was maybe 24 points, and he was one short as well. So, you bet on two all-time greats opening night. And, they're right there.
And they give you hope early because their shots are falling.
Oh, yeah.
Shots are falling.
KD, he came out hot first half. He was cooking.
And they're feeding him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Turk and KD, it's like, wait a minute, these guys are this is the new duo.
Yeah, I think I made a decision to just bet on, especially after the conversation yesterday with the great Steve Nash, I think I'm just betting on the international guys going forward.
Okay, because they're going to block the wood.
Yeah.
You know that?
Luka, Şengün, Joker, Giannis, SGA. I think I'm going to go with those guys.
Okay, not a bad idea. Let's go international heavy on the prop betting for the NBA. Just to kind of reiterate the fact about them knowing what the hell's going on. You mentioned a stat about the sports books last night.
Yeah, points and rebounds for KD was 28.5. He had 20 and 8 going into overtime, got 1 rebound in overtime to get the over 29, and then I guess in the double overtime he hit a 3 as well. So, without the overtime, a lot of bets don't hit last night, especially with Kevin Durant prop bet.
SGA, too, just looks like he's shooting at a bigger bucket, AJ. This guy's special. I don't know how much of the games you got to see last night. The Oklahoma City-Houston Rockets game in Oklahoma City on banner night, and shout out to the boys that are currently on Houston. They got a chance to watch the banner fall and them get their ring. The rings were very a lot of ingenuity in their rings.
Yeah.
So you're able to just pop off a ring and then basically get a smaller ring that you can wear out and about in public because nobody can wear Super Bowl rings except for Bruce Arians when he comes in here.
Yeah.
And he puts this thing on. It literally looks like he's got some caricature of a ring on his hand.
Where's yours,
and it just makes noise. AQ's
sitting in the safe.
AQ's needs to do that, but it's so big. I think a lot of people talk about it. There was even multiple tweets about like how a lot of people say these Super Bowl rings and championship rings are getting too big. So for them to think past that and be like, oh, let's actually get a little ring inside of it. We can put all the stuff. Then the boys can wear that whenever they want to go out and about. And then obviously whenever we want to flex our shit, we can go ahead and put the bigger one on. This Oklahoma City team is special, AJ. That's what I think I watched last night. They're only going to continue to be that.
Yeah, I'd actually like to attend a game there. I bet it's one of those places where if you go in person especially, you feel like the atmosphere and how they rally around this squad. I watched the whole pregame situation where they're getting their rings and all that. Man, Oklahoma City seems like the center of the basketball universe right now if you watch.
Well, I mean, let's not get crazy, okay? Because we got the Fever here doing obviously magical things.
Yeah, great year.
The Pacers obviously about to go off and do something magical with Rick Carlisle. But on that note, we all watched as Pacer fans last year during the finals like, damn, that place is awesome. Yep. That place is cool. And people like watching their style of play. Now, SGA was called foul merchant and all these things. He's just so much better than seemingly everybody on the court at just getting buckets. The guy will get a bucket whenever the hell he wants. Yep. They needed a 2 because Kevin Durant missed a free throw. Everybody's like, you can't miss that. If he would have made it and they needed a 3, SGA's knocking down a step back 3. Like, that is just kind of who he is at this stage of his career. He's fun to watch, man. His mindset, too, is deadly.
Yeah, and I've been loving watching some of the clips from the starting 5 that he has kind of behind the scenes, just his whole vibe and his mindset. I think a part of it, he was like, they asked him about a 30-point game, and he was like, that's a below average game for me because obviously he averages more than 30 points. He is one great guy to bet on that note. But yeah, he's a walking bucket. He's a clutch bucket. He can get it on all 3 levels. He can get to the rim. He can hit the mid-range, which is kind of a lost art at this point in the game. I love everything about SGA's game. And then hearing other great scorers kind of talk about him. James Harden was talking about how kind of easy the game has become for SGA at this point in time. So love watching him play.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about some of these props too. Like the big guys, like me and D-Butch were betting on KD. You know, you're never going to go wrong doing that. But if you were to bet Sengun, a guy like that who's always been good but now is starting the year super hot.
The 2.
Yeah, the 2, exactly. Like his odds are massive. And then there's another European guy playing for the Bulls, Matthias Buzelis, and he actually is one of those dudes people think are going to be really good. And like his odds to score are high. And when I say international, I mean he's from Illinois, but his name is Matthias Buzelis.
Okay, so it sounds like at one point potentially family was not from here.
Exactly.
Which kind of sounds like everybody. Wait.
Hold on.
Wait. So we betting on everybody now. We're not getting into it. We're not doing that. Here's some stats from Hembo about last night's Oklahoma City-Houston game. SGA has scored 20-plus points in 73 straight games.
Jesus Christ.
This guy's unbelievable.
I don't think you can bet on him to score 20 points.
They won't even get an odd on that. Passing Kevin Durant and Michael Jordan for the 4th longest streak in NBA history. People have done it more. Okay, we shall see. Thunder outscored the Rockets 26-12 in points off turnovers. Kevin Durant took only 3 shots in the 4th quarter in OT, which certainly made Darius J. Butler pumped about betting on his over there, including 0 in the first overtime. He was passing a lot. He was deferring a lot to others. I found that interesting. Obviously, new team, they'll kind of work through it. And then Sengun here, the big Turk fella. First Rockets player with 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in a season opener in franchise history. Rockets, their starting lineup had an average height of 82.2 inches, the tallest for any starting lineup in a season opener since starters were first tracked in 1970 and 1971. So, hey, Hembo, come on, bro. America. We need to know what that is.
Yeah, and that's going to get broken tonight by the Mavericks, just for the record, for tallest lineup ever if Cooper Flagg's playing point guard.
Well, and then Wemby has an opportunity to potentially break that with any teammate that they bring in on any given whim. But on that note, 82.2 inches, 12, 24,
60, 72, another would be 12, that'd be 6,
84, 7.
You're looking at about 6. Yeah, 6'9", 6'10", in that range.
Now, that is us just saying what a high number would be in our mind. We didn't do the actual math there, right?
Well, I just did,
72
6'10". Yeah, 12.
6'10"?
12 times 5,
I was
60.
just saying a number that would be a big average.
Because
That's literally all I
6
did.
foot.
Yep.
So 6'10".
72 is 6. Yeah. So 7 feet is 84 inches.
Yep.
It's a tall team. They're playing at a different altitude, AJ, than anybody since the 1970-71 stat was created, AJ. That's a tough team to handle, especially.
Is that a good thing? I mean, is that always a great thing? Can they get back on D? I don't know.
I mean, they lost. So.
You're worried about them?
You know how tall? You know how these big tall? You watch in person. These guys are the stopping and starting and getting back. Like they are freak athletes. We know that for being 6'10".
SGA put Kevin Durant in a little bit of a blender, actually, to get him to foul out. Kevin Durant fouls out of last night's game. He was bummed out, too. I appreciated
Good
how
defense,
much he cared. It was great, too. He was on.
Yeah.
Effort, max effort. That's overtime, too. That's a lot of max effort on there.
Udoka.
And then I think he was in SGA's head. He's like, oh, he's going for it right now. SGA goes, I don't think so. And then gets him bang. And it's like, you watch Kevin Durant, damn. Like, that's not good. He walks out. Obviously, team needs him. And SGA just knocks those down. I mean, that's just what's going to happen.
What'd you think about how the Thunder crowd booed
Kevin Durant?
KD? He kind of, It seemed like he loved it, and then he kind of spoke about it after the game, saying like, it's kind of in jest. That's just them. They love me.
Obviously started there a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. A lot of teams ago. Great run there, obviously with Russ and Harden.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously everybody's had their own careers now since. They're kind of like the Shield, aren't they?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Shield, Roman Reigns.
That's somewhere he might go back. Like we were talking about LeBron's, the era where he might, sit in the corner. Like if KD were ever to be in that era, it feels like OKC would be the place he would go back to do that.
SGA. So Kevin Durant is sitting there like it's a practice drill.
Shoot 60% from three.
Think about that lineup with, it'd be Chet,
Caruso
Hartenstein,
dunking on
KD,
dudes in the fourth,
Caruso.
too. We know that.
In OT, AJ. That was in overtime.
That was the best. If you would have made that dunk, it would have been an earthquake in Oklahoma City. Like, this was so awesome.
Honestly, in his head right here, yup, I'm going.
Yeah.
Don't care. Yeah, I'm going.
Yup.
Caruso, we love it. We absolutely love it. Caruso has certainly found quite a home out there at Oklahoma City. They all have. Joining us now is a man who's found a home in the booth on Sundays. He's getting comfortable. He's showing different looks, showing different styles. Ladies and gentlemen, a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever the time comes. A member of the Bull Ring of Honor for the Houston Texans.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Probably the last member.
Okay, down there. Jeez Louise.
Not into that ring.
J.J. Watt. Holy shit, you look so
I was
cool.
prepared to come on and talk all nice about the Colts. I'm ready to talk nice, and then you just want to come in hot.
Hold on. Speaking of coming in hot.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. What? I had to look at the TV up here. Just get a closer look. You look so cool right now.
Yep.
Do you understand how cool you look right now? What is going on here? Because I saw the glasses in the booth. Obviously, we've seen the hair come through a couple different things. You said you were trying some stuff. Appreciate you guys having a good time. What are you? Just enjoying life right now? That's why you're doing it?
I'm just messing around, man. I love it. These were $5 on Amazon. I just tossed them on. Just messing around, having some fun.
And look at the hair, too. You got strong
hair. I'm trying to Connor.
Nice.
Don't worry about the back, brother. The flow on the top is your strength, dude.
Yeah, let's keep this
Roll
look
that.
right here.
Yeah.
This is really good. You might even be able to take that son of a bitch up a little bit. You might be able to take that thing right over top there. You explore the space. You're doing a great job. We appreciate you. Let's talk a little bit. Did you watch any of the NBA games last night? Do you have any takes on that?
I watched a little bit of it. My son was rustling around a little bit in the bed, so I was bouncing back and forth. I saw the end of regulation. I unfortunately did not see the end of two overtimes. Monday night really buried me, staying up till 3 a.m. watching the Texans game.
That was tough to stay up and watch, and we won't have to talk about the Texans anymore. I don't want to make you feel bad, especially with how good you look, but let's talk about the AFC South. Indianapolis Colts. I saw your tweet. I retweeted it. I don't know when you tweeted it, but I don't know. I just saw it, and your breakdown is everything that we have been kind of thinking as well from watching this team at the Loud House, but I do appreciate you having a chance to learn about them, talk to them, watch a game, call a game, especially against a team I think we all respect in the Chargers. What are your thoughts on the Indianapolis Colts other than just this tweet? And they're for real, right? It feels like they're actually for real, Jage.
It's pretty incredible. Having heard about them all season long and finally being able to call one of their games, the offensive efficiency. I mean, I just sit up there in the booth and I'm watching as a coordinator. Let's say you're a defensive coordinator, and I'm like, okay, what's my game plan going to be here? I have to stop Jonathan Taylor. No question. Number one priority. Okay, I'll stop Jonathan Taylor. Then they're going to run these play action schemes. They have Tyler Warren, who's just wide open all the time because of some of these schemes. Okay, so I got to stop Jonathan Taylor. Now I have to stop Tyler Warren. Okay, well, Danny Dimes is also firing balls into Alec Pierce. He's got Pittman. He can do all these different things. Then they open up the screen game. The offensive line is blocking at an unbelievable level. I'm sure AQ's talked about it already. They are just opening everything up for this team in the run game and the pass game. Danny Dimes is not taking sacks. He's not even phased by pressure in his face. He's delivering efficient throws when he has to, and also crazy clutch, tough throws when he has to. This offense, I said it many times this week, this offense has no weaknesses. It is truly, truly impressive to watch.
Yeah! Jage, love what you're saying. So the AFC South is obviously the Indianapolis Colts. The entire AFC might be for the foreseeable future. True. But whenever you learn about this team, we're going to have to pay Danny Dimes. And hopefully Danny Dimes understands that he wants to be here as well. And hopefully that is how he feels. I assume he's enjoying his time here. I know the city loves him. I know there was potentially a gathering this past weekend between maybe Pacers and Colts players. And I believe Danny Dimes was having beers with the boys.
Love that.
City, which we like. We like to see that. We like to hear those types of things. And it's like all of the pillars that you're talking about, all in. It feels like the vibes of this team just vastly different. What do you think for the first? Go ahead.
Talking to them during the week, that was a major theme. So, like, these guys, the offense gets together on Monday nights and watches Monday Night Football together. All the position groups do their Thursday night dinners, which a lot of teams do. But you could just tell, like, this team likes each other. They hang out a lot. They find time to get together. Danny made a great comment about it's a little easier to get together in Indianapolis than it is in New York City. But he just talked about Tyler Warren came in, and he's a guy's guy. He just wants to be part of the hang. He wants to be there and be around the guys. And Forrest Buckner was telling us about the Thursday night dinners and how attendance has been 100% this year, whereas in the past it hasn't always been that way. The organization, top down, you can just tell everybody's loving it.
Oh,
love to hear.
It's tough playing a lot house.
Very.
It's tough playing a lot house.
Especially when you look that stinky. What did you think about those Charger jerseys? I always got to ask you your thoughts on jerseys. What did it look like? Boots on the ground.
All right. Let me break this down for you. So, in the stadium, the end zone, the branding around the stadium, unbelievable. We all know the Chargers have 10 out of 10, some of the best uniforms in sports history. These are not it. These were not it. We made the Savannah Bananas reference. It's off. There's too much yellow. They have so many great uniforms, so many great colors. That Charger Power sign in the background, awesome. The uniforms, unfortunately, were not it.
I guess tomorrow night they're debuting a throwback hunt.
Yeah, like the filthy old school dark blue, like bolts on the shoulder. LaDainian Tomlinson and all the highlights you see of him, they're wearing those tomorrow night.
That's the equipment staff and
those will be good.
That's the equipment staff and the Chargers saying the blue light from Men in Black. Hey, we got our fastball, dude. Don't worry about the minion shit. Okay, don't worry about all that. And we lost in this entire thing.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
We still got it. But us as fans think you guys got this in the chamber. What the hell are we looking at these yellow things for? Like we hold the Chargers, I think, in such high regard when it comes to all these things. When they roll that shit out there, especially as a Colts fan, it was like I was kind of looking forward to what you guys were.
Yeah.
And you guys do it. Can't have this.
We were in the facility. Remember they had all the mannequins dressed up? All the different unis, different areas.
Fire. All and they're proud of it.
Yes.
They take a lot of pride in that, as they should. So them rolling
I think even white pants, like if they just went white pants, you just got to break it up. You can't go full mustard bottle,
let's go to Hammer. Dahn. What'd you say, Tone?
Yeah, I just want to get ahead of this right now. Sunday night's going to be an absolute disaster class as far as uniforms are concerned. Steelers are going with a throwback with like brown tannish uniforms with a yellow helmet against the Green Bay Packers and their yellow helmet.
What?
Sunday night's going to be horrendous. I just want to get ahead of this now. I know, trust me, I know. Yo, Packers, Steelers, why not have two of the most iconic uniforms ever on Sunday Night Football? Nope, we're going to go with the worst uniforms of all time. See you Sunday night.
Okay, well, the Packers hadn't won since 1970 in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. That's ass. What are we doing here? This is what we're putting out there. Why are the Pittsburgh Steelers doing that? And then there's a chance that the Packers go out there looking like this.
Yeah, it's a blood ball game for the Packers. They're going to wear the old leather helmets. I think they have like the brown leatherish tint helmets that they might be going out there maybe with the Acme Packers uniforms. But that just, that's the way Sunday Night Football should be.
It's good look.
I guess most people are watching. Let's put our worst uniforms out there. But nonetheless, Packers, Steelers, big deal. Also, Bears, Ravens this weekend. You have that particular game. Ravens got rid of cornhole, ping pong. They got rid of all
video games.
Allegedly, via a report, they got rid of all fun.
Jacuzzi.
All team chemistry building things. Get them out of here. A lot of distractions in the building. Allegedly, this is a report. We do not know how much of it is exactly real. I will say this as a person that was on a team that Chuck Pagano was the head coach of, and he was from Baltimore, and we bring big number 90 Corey Redding over from Baltimore. They tried to turn our locker room into more of a Baltimore-style locker room. That's where I was introduced to cornhole. So the Baltimore cornhole thing with the Ravens, I think is a big deal. I think it has been for a long time. Actually,
You had never heard of cornhole?
no, but on that note, I never lost either once I learned about the game. So I don't know if that was good for the Midwest that I learned this game in the locker room because you guys got a lot of meetings. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yeah, and once you get that little pizza toast, that little turn that son bitch sideways, you can really start gauging that thing. And then once you start playing a little defense and then we're running this thing, I got a climb or two on this. You want me to go ahead and Larry Bird this thing? We can do that as well. I got real good, too good, some would say. And I didn't want everybody to know that because maybe they take the cornhole boards out of our locker room. But the Ravens are at the point where they're taking shit out of the locker room. Okay, that's not good. That's never good. This is players-only meeting stage of things happening over there. And then on the other side, the Bears, are they a real team? Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best afterwards. They're going crazy. What are your thoughts on the game you're about to call right now?
Yeah, I think we're all waiting. It should be happening right now, the Ravens practice, to see if Lamar's out there. Before the bye week, it sounded very confident that he would be back out there for this game. Now you hear the press conferences at the beginning of this week. It does not sound nearly as confident. So we're all kind of waiting to see what practice looks like today if he's out there, because we all know, we've seen what that product has looked like the last few weeks without him out there. He's former two-time MVP for a reason. Like, they need him back out there badly. And on the other side, the Bears, 4-game winning streak. They're starting to look like what you would imagine Ben Johnson's vision is for this team. They're running the ball really well. Their offensive line is playing together. The running backs are seeing it, hitting the holes. Dennis Allen has that defense humming. They have turnovers on turnovers on turnovers. TJ Edwards comes back, plays really well. Honestly, if they even continue to elevate Caleb's game to another level, there are much more things that can be unlocked for this team. So you look at it as a 4-game win streak and you think to yourself, wow, they're playing really well. And then you turn on the tape and you're like, these guys could be playing even better than they're playing right now.
Sound football, though, is what you're talking about whenever you say like Ben Johnson, like tough, sound football is what you're seeing from film?
I think there's a lot of run game. He's really implementing that run game, kind of that Detroit, take advantage of what you can control well. They have some really condensed formations. They run a lot of shifts and motions. They have, I believe it's the number one most explosive plays in the NFL. The guy just really knows how to scheme, and you can tell that the players are picking up on what he wants them to do. And as you saw by the locker room after the game, they're also buying in from an emotional standpoint.
How about him, the mic'd up of they're scoring a touchdown, 4th down stop, everything. He doesn't even.
Psycho.
He's awesome. He is a psycho.
He's a psycho.
Yeah.
That is exactly what he is. And I don't think we knew that. Obviously we knew he was very good. He was the bell of the ball. We did not know he was a full football psycho.
No.
Had no idea.
Yeah, we had no clue.
Him walking into the Bears thing.
Exactly. Us watching that now with what we know.
Yes.
Okay, because we see his offense. Gimmicks, people run all over the place. This guy might be fun. This guy must be a good time. Now what we know about him, looking back on his first speech to the entire building, Jesus, he hated everything about it. Yeah, he hated every single thing about that. And we'd like to let Ben know, you might be the perfect guy for Chicago, brother. And I think if you continue to win, they're going to love everything about it. They don't need you to be doing all the bullshit. No. Okay, we just want to win football games for the first time, long time. And if Caleb's bought in, there's a chance here we got something special brewing in the Midway. Good for them. Thankful for them. In the NFC North now, all of a sudden. Ty.
Best division in football.
It might be the best division in football, but now it also makes more sense looking back on maybe like his relationship with Dan Campbell and why it worked. Like Dan Campbell was like, this guy's a fucking psycho, man. I got to stay away from him. He's not a big tough guy like me, but I'm not fucking with this guy.
Serial killer vibes.
Serial killer guy. I respect this guy, man. You can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, you can see they get along.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Going to Chicago, interesting, because they haven't had that, I think, for a long time. Yeah. And him doing it, it's great. I can't wait to see you on the call. Jage, you've been doing great work in the booth, brother. We're not just bullshit, not just the funny photos in the Ash JJ. You've been doing a great job calling games. We appreciate you. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Jage, you were mentioning the explosive offense that Chicago has, a pivot to an offense that hasn't been as explosive. The New York Football Jets. I don't know if you saw Woody Johnson, their owner, had some comments. He was trying to defend the head coach, Aaron Glenn. I don't know. Some people may say he kind of threw his QB under the bus, even though he may not have been lying when it comes to stats and performance, I guess. But how would you handle that? How do you think that goes in the locker room, I guess?
Yeah, that was interesting. Just because we all have eyes, we know what's kind of been happening up there. We know it hasn't been great, but for an owner to just pretty much explicitly say that the quarterback has been bad in the way that he did. That's not something you see very often. And Justin Fields, whether been playing great or not, like he is very well liked in the locker rooms he's been in. The players like him. So it's when your owner says something like that, it definitely is discussed. I mean, it's definitely something that people see, and you just around the league, people see that, oh wow, that's like, even though whether he's benched, whether he's not benched, who knows what that situation is. That is something that I can't quite remember an owner saying something like that in the middle of the season while the guy's under contract. Can you?
No. I mean, Woody does a lot of Woody stuff, and it's pretty cool just to him. I mean, our coach is good. Yeah, the guy $20 million a year I paid sucks quarterback.
Yeah,
so
might be a Bill O'Brien situation.
Antoine Staley. Oh yeah, that's might be a little fight to coach. Yeah. Antoine Staley, New York Daily News reporter, says Aaron Glenn when he was asked about the quarterback situation, we will have a quarterback. They will line somebody up in the quarterback position. Okay. That's good. That's good for the sport.
Good move.
That's good for the team. I think that's good. You kind of have to have somebody there at some point, even if it's the punter. Because punter lines up, I guess, technically in the quarterback position every once in a while. And Aaron Glenn's letting you know, we will take the field.
Love that.
With a QB. Aaron Glenn's trying to change it. You talk about Ben Johnson. Obviously, they both come from Detroit, where if you think about Aaron and Ben, oh my God, and then MCDC, think about everybody thinking the same exact way about everything. Now you get dropped into a new building, and they don't think like that at all. And it's like, you got to do not just the team, not just the locker room. That's an entire culture shift you got to do to a building. Ben being able to do it as quick as he's been able to do it in Chicago, and then what Aaron's going through in New York. Do you think there is success on the other side with Aaron Glenn?
It's really hard to say, man. I mean, I having been there, we did their first game of the year. We saw him in the preseason. I mean, he says all the right things. The building seemed to buy in. He wants it to be football first. He doesn't want it to be the fluff, the media, anything outside the building. He wants it to be pure football first. They've had a really, really tough go of it here. There's no question about it. And yes, the quarterback play hasn't been great. Some of those first half, end of the half situations have been pretty wild. I mean, you have Garrett Wilson kind of questioning your own decisions on your team. That's where you start to see some cracks where you're like, well, hang on a second here. Like there's doing everything the right way and making sure we're doing it. And then when it comes time to implement it in actual game situations, if it doesn't go the right way and you see players, captains, leaders start to question it, I've been in those before. We've all been in those meetings where coaches go over those situational situations where it's like, hey, at this point in the game, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're using our timeouts, and this is how we attack it. And then all of a sudden you get in that situation and they don't do it. And you're like, wait a second, why do we have that 45-minute meeting?
The guy can't throw. We're trying to get to halftime. Okay, that's so you got Garrett Wilson throwing everybody under the bus whenever he said, I didn't know what the plan was. Then once I found out what the plan was, I was bummed out about it. I was bummed out that was the plan. Then you got the owner coming out saying, coach isn't the problem. You guys are looking at the wrong guy. That quarterback sucks. I mean, that's like the most
It's a tough place to play, man, because it's just there's a billion eyeballs on you at all times. The pressure's so high. You have to win immediately right now. Otherwise, everybody gets pissed. You don't have time to develop or build that culture. So I have sympathy for that, but it's certainly been tough. I also know if you win there, you're top of the world. So
parades forever.
Somebody's going to figure it out at some point.
We hope there's more of this. We hope there's more of this over there for Aaron, because that Jets job has sucked a lot of happiness out of humans and a lot of emotion and a lot of soul out of people. We hope that doesn't happen to Aaron Glenn. Good luck over there, AG.
Yep, good luck.
Kelvin Shepard's having a good old time in Detroit right now. I mean, he's running up and down the sideline yelling, and Aaron Glenn's over there like, my owner won't, and the quarterback and a wide receiver.
Yeah, we have a quarterback.
Yeah, we will play with a quarterback.
Tough spot.
Yeah. That's a different world, but hey, you're the head coach now. Now, let's talk about another pressure position, being a Philadelphia Eagles player, just in general. Now, this Eagles team obviously has a lot of drama, but maybe they got maybe a leader coming back. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Jay, it's Brandon Graham coming out of retirement and rejoining the Eagles. Last year, he was the one in the media, actually, that accidentally said something about Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. So maybe there's a chance he's coming back in there to maybe, heal the locker room and get them back on track. What do you think about this move? And now that you are, this far away from from coming back and all that shit after the first couple of years you were done, can you tell us what the closest time or closest team you were to coming back, if there is any at all?
Yeah, I think this is great. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. I'm happy for him. I mean, I know exactly how it feels to be out and watching and like having that itch. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him play and him getting that experience and just there's literally nothing like playing NFL football, man. It is the coolest, best job in the world. And no matter what you try and do in the real world, you can never replicate that locker room, that adrenaline, that feeling of that competition. There is nothing better. So I'm happy for him. I can't wait to see how he does. I do think that they're, you know, the Eagles are like, it's crazy. Like you see him start out the year so well, and then you see him go through all this stuff and the media and everything, and they're still a very good football team. Like we can pick them apart and everything, but like they're still a very good team. So maybe he's bringing it together and is the ultimate glue guy. But I'm just happy for him. And then from my standpoint, I mean, it was never actually legitimately close. The two teams I was watching always were the Texans and the Steelers, because it would have to have a real, true, significant meaning for me to have come back. And it just never came to fruition.
Both those situations needed you, and you chose not to do it. I think, if
They
I
did it.
recall, if I recall,
Yep.
both those teams did need a possible pass rusher named J.J. Watt. I think because we got real excited every time one of those situations popped up. Hated that somebody got hurt. Didn't like it. Actually, we thought there was going to be no injuries this entire season. Turns out we were wrong. You're going to be wrong whenever you're on Daily Sports Talk, whatever the case. But we thought maybe you were going to go back to the Steelers. I mean, it was like storybook shit was happening. TJ and JJ getting introduced last as they're coming out onto Acrisure Field. I mean, doing the entire thing, doing all of it. I mean, that was like a potential possibility there, we thought, with the way the roster was kind of constructed. And then the Texans, same exact thing. You were in the building, too. You're in the building. You're in the building. So you, I think, mentally didn't want to deal with the Monday after the game. I think I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah. And I was very conscious of like the retire, unretire thing for me. Like when I made the decision to retire, I took a lot of time to think about it because I knew that I was most likely going to be a retire once and be done guy. So I didn't take that decision very lightly, and I knew that it would take something unbelievable to get me out of it, and that situation never arose. I was always ready. I truly believe for 2 years I was fully ready. At the end of 2 years, I could have still gone back out there and played. Now this is probably the first year where I would be like, you got to give me a legit three months to get ready if I need to get ready now.
Okay, so you finally stopped training like an asshole? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I still train like an asshole. I still train like an idiot. But I'm definitely taking an off day here and an off day there a little bit more often.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we were talking your first year of retirement, and it was like, "What are you doing? Dude? This is not what it's supposed to be." I need to be able to walk in every room, and beat up everybody that I walk into. Yeah. I remember that whole line. And we thought you were a psycho. We're happy you're at the point where maybe you sleep in for a day, or maybe take a day off, let the body recover. And we're also excited and thankful that you did a retirement, and then you said, you know what? I did my shit, and now we're just awaiting on the Hall of Fame. Because if you would have won back, that delays the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
That delays the Hall of Fame another 5 years. BG, John Clark of NBC Sports over there in Philly, is reporting that it's his understanding that Brandon Graham has been working out regularly over the last month or more to get ready for a possible return, with an original plan of possibly returning for the Green Bay game after the bye week. It looks like it's been sped up. I'm told he's been ready and is in great shape. Okay. Bruce Brown shaking his head. He thinks there's a little conspiracy cooking up back there, it feels like. That's New York Giants fan Bruce Brown.
Yeah, I haven't dug into how it works with the dead cap and the salary cap and all that, but I just know that Howie Roseman's pulling some bullshit here. This is planned all along, all offseason, to have him just show up after the bye. But, Jackson Dart beats him, and they got to speed it up.
That is potentially the case. Let's get back to a team that obviously you know a lot about, and you said you would have went and played there if that was the case. We are going to stay away from questions about the Houston Texans because of what I did early, but A. Cush actually has a very good question about the dynamics potentially behind closed doors down there.
Yeah, the Texans defense is playing at a high level. Obviously, we saw that the other night with 4 takeaways. Is there ever a worry or a concern that there's some division between offense and defense in that locker room?
I don't think there is in this locker room. I do think that there are teams where that's certainly been a part of. I think with this team, it just seems like on the offensive side, it might be more like not 100% sure of exactly who they are, what they're trying to be, or what they're able to accomplish. CJ was just under fire this past game. I mean, every single time there's guys coming right up the middle. He's running out. He's running all around. Obviously, he had the one where he ran back in the safety, no safety situation. But the offense just hasn't found their legs. And whether that's Joe Mixon not being out there and not being able to establish what they want, whether it's Nick Caley not quite running things the way that everybody envisioned, because like we've talked about before, this offseason, everybody was crazy excited about this offense. They were really excited about the install and about what they would be able to do, and it just hasn't happened. Whether it's Laramie Tunsil being traded away, there's just all sorts of questions and not a lot of answers. And I know it's very frustrating because people down here in Houston especially remember that rookie year for CJ and had big, big visions of what that was going to become. And switching offensive coordinators was supposed to be the thing that springboarded this team into the next stratosphere of legit Super Bowl contender with that defense they have, and it just has not happened.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. I don't like what's been going on with the Texans, even though obviously it's the Colts division now. But I don't like, because we were big fans of CJ and everything they were growing. We love D'Amico, obviously. Caserio has been very good to us. Obviously, the Houston fan base is fantastic. So we thought this was the time where the Texans were about to be great for a long haul. For whatever reason, they haven't been able to do it. We have some updates on some news that we have discussed here, especially for the game that you are going to be calling. Adam Schefter is reporting that Lamar Jackson is practicing today. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is practicing. And we also have from source says within the building the report that it was the coaches the coaches pulled out the toys from the locker room is false.
Okay.
That's
huge.
That is,
I was not looking forward to asking that question in a production meeting. So I'm glad that we already take care of that. Because that's never fun.
Did the players do it?
Yeah, were they removed still?
So the wording is, we got a text from the building. Okay, it says, report it to was coaches that pulled out the toys from the locker room is false. So I don't know what the hell if that was the actual sentence.
Well, that whole article, I don't know if that was the same article or a different one, but there was like an article that came out that said like we talked to 25 players 25 people inside the Ravens organization during the bye week, and this is what we came up with. There's a lot of things there. First of all, 25 people in the organization singing like a bird is pretty crazy.
Not good.
I don't know. That's never good. Second, you never know what kind of agendas are going on here, because I think part of the report was like we blame the offense more than we blame the defense, and there's all sorts of there's a lot to digest here now. That being reported false, which you never know with those types of things. Sometimes they're like, we took it out for cleaning. There's
we forgot to put it back in.
1-5. Yeah. This is the type of stuff that comes out when you're an expected Super Bowl contender, and then you end up sitting there at 1-5.
Well, and like if it wasn't the coaches and the players did it, that changes it, right? If the players made the decision to do something like that, or is that the same?
Anybody making the decision is terrible news. I mean, if we feel like we got to get the cornhole boards out of the locker room, that's not good.
Because there is somebody in there that loves those cornhole boards, and they're now pissed, and then they're getting their group together that's like, hey, man, that guy's an asshole. He thinks that's why we're losing? Well, maybe he should cover somebody a little tighter on man.
Let alone the politics of who's voting to keep what in there. But also, this is where people gather.
Yeah.
There is shit talk happening in these moments. There is, let alone me, punter, kicker, whenever everybody else is studying film, and I've gone through every rep. I got some time here to do it, let alone that whole aspect of it. But these things, these little places in the locker room or in the building, this is where people gather. This is camaraderie. This is where people become humans. Ping pong table, even if you're not a ping pong player, there's a couple people playing. You'll stop by for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, have a little moment, keep it moving. Even maybe potential gather entire team. It's like these are just little moments to provide moments.
Mini hoop.
Yeah, mini hoop is huge.
Yeah. Time to compete together. You get to compete. Like, it's just more. It's great, I think.
It's that thing where everybody's always like, you need to be locked in on football. It's like, okay, you do not watch film or study your playbook for 24 hours a day. When you're in the building, not every single moment is in the meeting room. There are times where you are resting and relaxing in between. That's some of the best memories are those where you got guys dropping $20 on who can make it into the garbage basket with their tape after they take it off.
$20.
Those are the.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I kept it low. I don't know what the threshold is for whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, whatever it's
20
supposed to be.
push-ups. Yeah.
M&M's. Yeah. That's what
I've lost a lot of push-ups in my day.
Yeah, I didn't expect somebody to make the Gatorade bottle shot that they certainly made right there. Lost about 600 M&Ms on that particular shot. We got another message. It was the veteran leaders that wanted all of the games out there. So I think
so it is out.
Yes.
So it is out.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So the message was that the veteran leaders saw what was going on, and there was too much.
I think the young players are abusing it or something. Like, how's that work?
I wonder. Too much jocularity going on.
Goddamn
guys
kids
coming
in
late
video
to
games.
meetings.
Yeah, trying to play Fortnite all day in the
Exactly.
locker room. It's like, hey, why don't we, look at a coverage or something?
Yeah, why don't we watch the film? Why don't we, man, that's tough because now you got leaders and then now you got a little segregation in the locker room now.
And I saw a pretty
Then you have
prominent
somebody
leader.
saying, well, I don't agree with the leaders, and then you're undermining leaders. Yeah. They're
A lot of vets on that team, too. It's not like you have obviously young players that play, but it's a
Pagano
lot
might have
of-
been cooking everybody on the ping pong table.
Was he cooking?
Hey, they call him Ping Pong Pagano, actually, because of his ability to do
Maybe they go out and dominate this week, and then every team is just firing ping pong tables out their locker room.
Everybody get out of here. See you
Do
later.
the Dolphins have a ping pong table?
I don't know. Not enough of those to get out of the locker room, brother. I don't know if that's going to help them. They stink at football down there in Miami. We don't love that. What are your thoughts on that situation? Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, now that you brought it up, Jage, and you're thinking about retirement, man, wouldn't that be a great place to go back for you this year? Maybe come in, save the Dolphins season. Listen, it's not great. It gets worse every single week. They've said, hey, listen, we're not going to fire Coach McDaniel anytime soon. It's not imminent. Stephen Ross doesn't really care, it seems like. And boy, he's going up to the podium post-game and saying a lot, and that's really, people have kind of met their threshold with that. Tua's throwing people under the bus. He's throwing Tua under the bus. Just kind of what's your whole view of this entire Dolphins situation?
This is far past ping pong table territory. When you are doing it as publicly as they're doing it and hiding it as little as they're hiding it, it just makes you wonder what it's like behind the closed doors, because it's pretty wild how much stuff they're saying publicly. And when you sit there and watch it and you just think to yourself, you didn't have to say any of that. Like, Tua didn't have to say what he said the other day. The coach doesn't have to say what he says at the podium. Like, you can stand at that podium and give coach speak and player speak answers. People do it all the time. And you can handle stuff behind closed doors. So when it gets to the point where you are discussing these types of things in public, generally that means it has been pretty bad behind the scenes for a while. And clearly it has to be at that point there. I mean, we all saw this team as a legitimate playoff team a few years ago and potential for bigger things. And unfortunately, it just seems to have unraveled quickly.
Yeah, I think it has unraveled pretty quickly, and their fans have certainly witnessed it all kind of unravel in real time alongside Gumpy watching this team. Will anybody ever be able to win in Miami?
Why not?
Because have you been? I mean, obviously you're JJ Watt, so I think you probably live and move a little bit differently than some people. But whenever you talk about a football team and the sum of its parts and everything that is available in Miami, I think it's going to be a tough place to win.
You did it in 72. I mean,
that's true. Before the merger.
Yeah, you're right. 1972. I didn't even think
But
about
you could say that about like LA. LA's got a lot going on.
No, it does. No, I don't
Rams won
think
a
so,
Super Bowl.
actually. I think that's a little different story. Like Miami.
Florida and Cal.
Just never sleeps. Miami never sleeps.
A lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
A lot of opportunities. In a lot of places you think are nightclubs, they're not nightclubs. They're actually adult ballets. And then you walk in there, they're also serving you steak, and they're telling you can be here till 7:30 a.m. And guys are like, well, I don't got a meeting till 8 a.m., so why don't I do it? I think there's just a lot of options down in Miami. I don't know. And I know the Miami Heat have been able to win. And obviously we've learned that Gilbert Arenas just gave a great quote to Neon, I believe, about what the lifestyle is of an NBA player and everything like that.
Talking a little too much, a little chatty.
Oh, I got to see that.
A lot of stories coming in. It was a lot. He said a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of people, whoa.
Stop,
But
man.
he's just telling us we're learning from outside looking in. I think Miami's going to be tough to win. And then we go back to what Tyreek Hill said after the season last year. Tyreek was done with this shit last year.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of buried Tyreek for it. And then now the season's happening and Tyreek's like, That's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
This place sucks.
It might be a reverse Dan Campbell situation, too. I mean, obviously, they never knew what he was going to turn into, but, like, he was their interim head coach a couple years ago. Like, he was in their building. They could have, I mean, if he gets that job, do things change, and do they stay the course a little bit more? But they were like, this guy's a fucking dipshit. Get him out of here. Let's bring him McDaniel.
I don't know, man. Detroit and Dan Campbell were the perfect marriage.
I agree.
Perfect time and everything. Like, I don't know if it maybe he does, but I do think you have to have the right mentality and infrastructure for that to happen. And we always have to remember what happened in his first year. Like, you had to be able to weather that storm. And I just,
was tough.
I don't know if it's the same situation in Miami if he is able to do that.
You mentioned Miami and the Miami Heat in particular. One of the first things you think about when you think about the Miami Heat is Pat Riley and the Heat culture. And that's why, even being so opposite of what most NBA franchises, at least from the outside in, look, it's like, hey, I mean, shit, ran LeBron out of town because over some damn cookies. You know what I mean? Like, that's Riles. We heard UD talk about him every time he came on the show. So that type of structure, obviously what's going on with the Panthers, obviously a very different culture just in hockey in general. But that style of leadership from the top down, Coach Murray's, Zito, all those guys. So you definitely have to have the structure from the top down. And you look at Coach, once again, we're not in the building day in and day out, but you hear a lot of people that have been around football for a long time, and they talk the way they talk about Mike McDaniel. They'll be like, hey, that's the complete opposite of what you need, especially in a place like Miami. So yeah, it's going to be tough to win down there.
He would have had to have won a lot. They were starting out good, but all your shit that you do that they love whenever you're winning, they hate whenever you're not. Yeah. Which brings us to Russell Wilson. Greatest tweet he's ever sent. I mean, let's ride, Mr. Unlimited. You're talking about a guy that's given us a lot of catchphrases. Okay, he's given us a lot to the internet. His greatest work might be a tweet that just had no context, was just sent out there saying, hey, you know who I'm talking about. Okay, and I think this is potentially Jackson Dart, Scattaboo, maybe even Dayball. Say, hey, listen. We can't just be sitting here letting this shit happen. Like, I understand that you are like super good guy all the time and high road all the time. You're Russell Wilson, bro. Super Bowl champ. Get the hell out of here with this whole thing. Then you probably got Jackson Dart push him a little bit. This guy's a bounty, remember? And Scattaboo's like, yeah, fuck this guy. There's probably a little bit of a motivation happening, and Russell Wilson says, yeah, you know what? Send it. First time we have seen Russell Wilson do this. Legitimately. Love it. And I want to let him know we love it, Jage. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm great with defending yourself against a just seemingly out of nowhere unnecessary shot. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. What I'm focused on right here now is that's a weightlifting glove type look on the right hand there.
Yeah,
with the fingers cut off. I had never seen that before.
It's thicker. It's thicker.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it's thicker. So
I did not know that we were operating in that
wet bandits
glove. Yeah, that type of territory.
It is wet bandits.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, it is a good call. Yeah, because you need those fingertips so you have a control, but you need the thickness of the weightlifter to kind of keep it warm. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, it is certainly going to be different feel of the ball than what you're used to because there's a layer of warmth there in between. Maybe that was the reason why him and Sean Payton really didn't get along. Sean Payton saw the glove and said, this guy sucks, his fingers are cold.
We were just talking about, like, when stuff gets public, what it must have been like behind closed doors. Like, I mean, this is your team's doing great. They just won a big game. Like, they're in just a shot out of nowhere towards New York City. Like, why? Like, there had to be some stuff going on behind the scenes for that to still be in the back of the mind after all that.
I love Russell Wilson responding.
Love.
Hey, Russ, if this is the new you, we're happy about it.
Keep it going.
And Jage, if this is the new you with the glasses and the hair, just know that we love it, brother. Keep going. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Thank you. I appreciate the hell out of you.
What's behind you there? What do we got behind you? There's a lot of stuff like perfectly placed, it seems.
That's the cleats from the game I played after my son was born. 2 sacks.
No big deal, Coach.
Right after he was born. My wife, this is a book from family vacation, all of us, the ball. My son got me a Father's Day gift. I can't figure out the point for my life over here.
Yeah, you did it 4 times. You got the wrong side.
No idea
4 times.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Ladies and gentlemen, JJ Watt. Nailed it, Jage. every once in a while you put those glasses on, you kind of lose your sense of direction.
Yeah.
That is something on a camera, though, whenever you're trying to. You'll see me just get, kind of caught in the middle. I'm trying to go up and to the right. Is it that way? Well, in me, it's actually up and to the left here, but on the camera, it's up and to the right. Jage had quite a moment there. Before we get out of here on ESPN, we need to do some takeaways. Okay, from week 7 of the NFL season. Age, this is some great segs, is it not?
Great, unbelievable segs we've been having, yes.
We have been having unbelievable segs, have we not?
Yeah, great segs every week.
Segs.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of segs around here.
Best segs of my life.
I love good segs.
Me too. We do love good segs. You're talking about segments.
Correct.
That's not what it sounded like coming out of your mouth. You need to know that, AJ. So let's talk about why'd Shams do that to you? I don't like it. But let's take your big 3 takeaways coming out of week 7 of the NFL season from AQ Shipley.
Let's start in San Francisco. Block party in the Bay.
Oh, it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Love that.
Let's just talk about Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle being back on the field together for the first time since week 1. And let me tell you, Kyle Shanahan had all his toys back. Would you ever use a fullback to block a 5-technique defensive end?
No.
No, never, right? Let's send Kittle out. Juszczyk cut off the defensive end. Christian McCaffrey right up the middle.
Damn.
Big time play. Big time from him.
Yeah, get him to 3rd and short there. That's pretty good.
Pretty awesome, right? Let's take a look at this one. Kyle Juszczyk here. Kyle Juszczyk here on the left. Let's look at George Kittle on the backside, chasing down the backside safety. Look at Trent Williams. Juszczyk out in space. He got all his toys. The operation was up and running. All the shifts, all the motions, all the eye candy. Take a look at Juszczyk again. Fake. Nope. Bring it back.
That's nasty.
That's pretty sick. Now he's able to run his full operation.
First down there for the San Francisco 49ers. CMC got 63% of the yardage for the San Francisco 49ers, the most by any player of this NFL season. That was a Hembo stat. They're special over there when they can run the rock, obviously, and George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk helped that. There was a time in the offseason, I think this got brought up the other day, where they weren't going to bring back Juszczyk, and then to get the deal done, he's a vital piece of that entire process.
He's everything. That's the whole reason why I brought this up. With him and Kittle there, they can do everything. And sometimes it's opposite sides, sometimes it's together. But the fact is, by having them there, they're interchangeable. They can do all the shifts, all the motions, all the things.
I mean, I remember a couple years back, you said if you want to know where they're running the ball, you got to follow Juszczyk. Juszczyk is literally going to take it to him. That's why they do the pump fake on the, what's that called, an orbit motion? I don't know if that's what
And he sold it with the tilt.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, well, you can kind of call it that. Orbit would go behind the quarterback.
What's that one called?
It's really just a fake. Like he's just selling like he's going across. And if you notice, can we run this back real quick?
Absolutely.
When he goes like he's going across the formation, watch what it does to the linebackers. And that sets up the block for Trent Williams.
Leverage.
Bingo. Now Trent Williams has leverage.
That's
the
easy
worst.
block.
Anytime you snap the ball while the player's in motion, it always messes with the defense. Because the conversation a couple weeks ago, like leverage. Everybody's trying to get and win.
Starting to boss over. Look, linebacker,
Exactly.
boss.
Yep.
Oh, no, bow. We got a bow, actually. Bow means like reduce. Yeah.
And then Trent will punch a guy in the face as well, which is always good, AJ. You're off balance, and then he's going to punch you in the jaw.
Hey.
That's good. That's welcome to football, baby. What's your second takeaway coming out of week 7 of the NFL season?
Money time, Micah.
Oh.
And here's why. He is the closer. Every single time in the fourth quarter you need a play, it's coming from him. They were supposed to chip there. He recognizes it, does the old Reggie White hump move inside, gets the pressure. This is in the fourth quarter. Guess what? Very next play. Let's get the sack. Let's go up and around Jonah Williams. Tough day. I know. I saw it. I watched it live.
That was big.
Push, pull, gets that.
Himself.
It's 20-20 right now in the fourth quarter. They're driving on the 8-yard line, need a touchdown. They don't. They get a field goal, and then Green Bay goes down, scores a touchdown. They win the game.
What'd you say, AJ? He slingshots himself?
Slingshot, push, pull, like the AQ said in the last one. That was a great dip and rip there. But yeah,
He's so
punch him and then use his momentum and throw yourself into the quarterback.
This is why you paid him in Green Bay, right? I mean, this is literally the reason.
Watch him after the play.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, after the last sack, that's why you trade for and pay this guy because he single-handedly won in the game. Like I remember, and I was texting a little bit with AQ, and he just said once he moved over to Jonah Williams' side, it was blouses.
All right, let's go to the last takeaway from AQ Shipley coming out of week 7 of the NFL season.
Stafford still spinning it.
Woo! Yes, he is. This time in London, AQ's quickly.
Yeah, let's look at this first one real quick. We are going to get hit in the side of the head. Let's just sidearm it to the back of the end zone. Touchdown.
Damn.
Go to the next one real quick. We got a fade to Devontae Adams. Incredible what he's able to do here. Just one step, throw it perfect. Only he can catch it.
Wow.
Unreal.
Matthew
Next one.
Stafford got drafted the same year as me and AQ Shipley and Darius J. Butler. He's in London at 9:30 a.m. spinning it all over the place. I'm worried about maybe getting a hemorrhoid while I'm pooping. That's the difference in lives. That's the difference in greatness. Matthew Stafford is elite, brother. And that was incredible. Hey, thank you for your takeaways, AQ. We'll be back tomorrow as week 8 of the NFL season kicks off. You're the greatest people on earth. Goodbye. I just had it. We had like 34 seconds here. I thought you did a great job, Justin. You could sense the urgency. NASCAR. You kind of did your thing. I like
Waving the towel.
Yes, bingo.
Yeah, we were coming in.
You did a great job there. Running straight off the field, not trying to get in everybody's way because you don't want to hit the kicker. You want to get the hell out of the way.
Don't go at an angle because they're coming at an angle.
That's situational football. Let's go back. You said bow is something. What is a bow? What is a bow called? What is that?
Like if you boss, you're bossing. You're all like you're stepping strong. Okay, we're moving over strong. Or say the safety comes down here. We want to boss this way. Like, watch. Okay, boss. Oh, here we go. No, actually, we need to bow back to where we were.
Okay, so actually.
But look, it does. AQ said, I'm sorry again, like, there's a lot of good things on here, but it does. It sets up these guys' blocks. So you just got to, it takes those linebackers, it already gets them out leverage. Boom, you're setting up the box down the field.
Yeah, and we started seeing this in the last few years of offense coordinators designing plays to set up blocks. And Niners are the biggest proponents of that.
They use their shifts and motions to set up plays down the road. So that right there, you think he's going across, and then he runs the crack toss. And then later in the game, they're going to do that. And they're going to stop. He's going to cut the defensive end. Kittle's coming as the second puller, and they're running 2 tight end counter. Then the next time, they're going to start like that. They're going to stop them and then send them the other way. Like there's a million, and then there's a play action off of it. There's so much they build off of.
And then, AJ, if you put the clip back up there, the boss, the S in the boss, is that to the run strength, and the bow is to the weak side, strong, weak? Okay.
Usually boss strong, bow weak, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to say it, like boss, bow, and it already tells you which way you're going.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that strong bow, it obviously doesn't have anything strong. That's strong side, weak side, left side, strong side. You guys doing all that type of stuff. And all Shanahan and Juszczyk are doing is just big braining the shit out of you. Just puppeteering. Go ahead, we need you all to shift this way. Thank you. It's going to be hard for us to get you if you just stand there. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do this. And we got Christian McCaffrey. He's more explosive than all your guys. It's amazing what this Niners
You got to work it, though. Sorry, you got to work it, and you got to be good at it, because if not, it looks like poop. If you're trying to run all this pre-shift, motion, shift, and then all of a sudden you're getting TFLs every play, oh, cool, nice. Why don't we just line up and play, buddy? Like, so, yeah, you have to be very, very good at it.
The timing of it all, you're saying, very well rehearsed.
Oh, they've repped that 1 billion times. Like, how many times have they repped everything? I would imagine walkthroughs, practice, everything.
This is why it's so good, and you can ask BA when he's here next week, because most teams around the league, when they get to Thursday, when they get to Friday, it's mostly pass because it's a passing league, right? Every single run period, every single pass period, doesn't matter what period they're running in practice, they're getting 8 out of 10 of them as runs. And they're constantly working on it. That's why it looks so good.
And that's something that like we do forget right now with Miami. Like McDaniel revolutionized the whole motion thing when he started doing that sprint out. And maybe that only works for players like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but that's another thing with those motions that just completely changes the game. Like you mentioned, like setting up blocks. Like it felt like Miami was unbelievable at that for a while, and it started in San Fran.
They started blurring the lines with the motions.
Big time.
The Miami Dolphins offense started blurring the lines, and that's why there was so much promise.
So much.
And so much hope. And so much optimism. Man, it's going to be impossible to stop. It's also impossible to learn as a quarterback. So if Tua goes down, we are fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Completely.
And unfortunately.
And if Tua ends up not playing well, we are fucked completely. And our culture, boy, it's splintering quickly. And our head coach just, get me out of here.
Yeah, doesn't give a fuck.
What? He
cares. Not anymore. He's done.
You don't think so?
No.
Side-eyeing Quinn Ewers was it for you? You think that was it? When he was cold, it was rainy, it was 60 mile-an-hour winds. Quinn Ewers is playing the game. Okay, great. And then he does ass, and he jogs off, and he's side-eyeing.
Weird.
You think that was the moment where McDaniel said, I'm done with this?
That was part of it. I think it might have been after the game when he had the presser and that person put out the supercut of him just saying and he knew what kind of questions he was going to get asked, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go up and say a bunch. I don't care.
Well, the internet does that.
That wasn't AI?
We don't know.
There's a chance there were a couple, doubles in there.
Yeah, they could have doubled them up.
When I rewatched it, there was a couple double ups, but it was still accurate.
Yeah, good at it. I mean, especially with how similar they all sound.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was also a moment in the game where I think Tua threw a pick, and like the offense is kind of moseying off the field. He's like, Fuck off the field.
Yeah, here's the clip. Actually, it's like a half a second here. After you got to wait for it. Not yet. They'll show Tua first after the pick. Obviously, not good. It's 24-6, fourth quarter. Things have not gone well. The weather stinks. Tua's not. Get the fuck off the field.
Yeah, you're done.
He is not happy. He's not happy.
So he's still invested. He cares.
Yeah, he does.
How do those team meetings go? AQ, how do you think those, like, how do you bring the juice as a coach for team meetings?
It's really tough to sit up there every single week and be like, boys, hey, this week we just got to be 1-0. This week, 1-0. You know, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I don't know, especially when you're starting to lose all these games, especially when you lose a bunch of games in a row. You lose the locker room, and then you start to see what's happening outside of the locker room in the press conferences. It's tough.
They need to go to Kennywood.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Sure, yeah.
You see this?
It's always a good time.
Oh, I see the shirt. What is Kelsey's company investing in Kennywood or what?
No, Bruce Brown had it all wrong. Okay, Bruce Brown said.
But yeah, why would they? There's no way they're putting any money in that place.
Yeah, amen.
Seems like Travis Kelsey's saving Kenny World. Shut the fuck up, Bruce. Okay, it's Kenny Wood. Okay, it's not Kenny World. But Travis Kelsey, I believe, is an investor in Six Flags, and he's looking to make it almost as good as Kennywood, right? Is that kind of what you read, Bruce?
Yeah, that is correct. I believe they purchased a 9% stake in Six Flags, and the stock was up 18% on the news. Yeah, I believe his focus is on the Cedar Point location to kind of restore it to his childhood glory. But I just figured, they would just, maybe acquire Kenny World in the aftermath of the deal and get that shit going, as a Six Flags operation.
That's a good idea.
This motherfucker.
Good idea, Bruce.
Now, this is very cute. I'd like to let that be known. That's very cute. I love that the Kelsey family is classic Cleveland family. Okay, I like that they are going to the amusement park. I like that they're doing the Six Flags. I like that they're doing the entire thing. I love that he's invested. I appreciate the fact that Travis knows what's good for a community and what's not good for a community. I appreciate that he's trying to make things better and also be a businessman going forward. With that being said, you saying Kenny World as natural as you've been saying it needs to fucking stop. Okay? That's a great name, actually. They should have potentially named it that. We don't need everybody to know that Kenny Wood's not the right name. Because Kenny owned the Woods, and it's Kenny Wood. Just like the Italians dropped the final sound there. Just get rid of the S for the Woods and just keep it as Kenny Wood. And just know that Travis Kelsey, he might have invested in some other amusement park dump that needs saving. Kenny Wood's just fine. Okay, Kenny was just fine. We had that cinder block underneath that one
roller.
Yeah,
you got that picture still. Yeah. We don't have that picture up anywhere. We can pot it up. That was really good.
Oh, you got it.
OSHA certified, no question.
Definitely. It's a strong cinder block. It's from Pittsburgh. That fucker's ready for it. That thing is built for it. Don't you worry about anything. Did you hear about the racers?
No. I was on them this summer, though.
Oh, buddy.
Brave man.
Should I have not been? Should I have not been on?
It's Kennywood. You're safe everywhere.
Of course.
This ain't one of those Ohio places. But yeah, they put a cinder block underneath one of the roller coasters. Somebody found it, took a picture. It looks certainly sketchy, yeah. Certainly looked like it was right around the bend. But they said, don't you worry about it. We got the mechanical engineering all figured out. These things are taking care of themselves. That thing's not feeling any pressure. And I went over to the potato patch, and I fucking believed them. Then I went over to Noah's Ark. I said, wow, this thing's just the same as it was whenever I was growing up. This is amazing.
I rode the Jackrabbit, and I took my 7-year-old daughter with me. And I told her, I said, hey, listen, this first little dip, we're going to go down. It's going to go up. We might lose you. So we're going to hold on real tight. I mean, I had her in a full tilt headlock, and I thought I was going out too.
You talking about the whoop-de-woo of the Jackrabbit?
Yeah, the boom boom. Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of the Jackrabbit. You hop. I do appreciate
it. It was cool when I was 12. As a 39-year-old man holding a 7-year-old daughter, I thought we were goners.
See, that's the kind of difference. Also, this was found. Okay, this was found. Oh, Facebook, log out. Jeez, Bruce. Bruce just got booted by Zuck? Just kicked you out? Here it is. One Berg's post here.
No way.
What's wrong with that?
Really, really sturdy.
Well, there's a lot of hills in Pittsburgh. What the fuck do you want these guys to do?
That's how we were taught to fix stuff growing up.
Exactly.
What is that?
Whenever you're at a restaurant and the table's a little wobbly, you obviously put Splenda under one of the fucking corners. That's exactly what you do. That's what they did with a roller coaster.
Smart.
One Berg knows. They appreciate it. Now, I don't think they should have let humans on the outside see that.
No, definitely not.
That was their mistake. They obviously put up a board here. Nobody can see it anymore, and we move forward. Boom. And on that note, Kennywood doesn't need saving.
No,
because it is thriving.
Has QB1 been to Kennywood yet?
He was at the Pens game last night. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. Obviously, Kiesel cut a great promo. Will Howard's out there with the boys. I assume Aaron Rodgers wanting to experience Kennywood. I don't think you really go to Pittsburgh and not do that.
I don't know.
Hard to imagine that.
What are you talking about? The swings, the best swings in the entire country. I mean, these things go fucking way out there.
They hit up Phantom Fright Nights after the game last night. I talked to him.
Okay, so they went by Fright Nights, which is obviously a legendary time to be at the Kennywood, and which could also be called Kenny World because the entire world of happiness kind of resides right there. So let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll do another college football convo with Stanford Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Just reminding you that Kennywood is getting more expensive and they're not really adding many things, but they need you.
Now more than ever. Bad.
Definitely. Just for maintenance.
Free parking and food.
Seatbelt.
No.
Oh, that's done?
From what I've been told,
it was an expensive day.
Okay.
Like $15?
As it should be.
The whole day was expensive.
I think whenever you pay, you don't really know how great it's going to be. So you often wonder, wow, that's a lot of fucking money per person. What is this place? Is this Disney World? Even better. It's Kennywood.
Yeah, if we're paying that much, I want to kick Kenny Kangaroo in the dick.
You could do that. He's around.
Yeah.
Boom.
Did you see him? Did you take a picture with Kenny Kangaroo?
I didn't.
He's a little creepy looking. Remember?
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a tube sock a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that in him.
But there might be a new Kenny Aroo.
You don't know.
Because Kennywood, brand new. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're back on the other side with another football convo with Stanford Steve. Take 5. Jack, you got anything to say to the team here?
Oh, man, you guys keep crushing and firing everybody up. It's bigger than you guys, and you guys are the friggin' best.
Boom.
Thank you, Jack.
That's amazing.
Yes.
God damn, I needed that.
I got back in shape. I was in the best shape of my life. I felt like I just throw people through walls. Oh, shit. What's happening?
What the fuck is this?
We interrupt your regular programming with breaking news.
We have reports of a UAP approaching Indianapolis. They have messaged to officials they are coming to take over the world.
Government agencies have been alerted that they plan to land and activate Earth's Armageddon switch.
This is literally the scariest situation imaginable, a true doomsday scenario. Please stay calm, seek shelter immediately, and pray to whatever God or higher power you believe in.
What is that?
What? Landed here?
I think Indianapolis. What? So that can't be.
We gotta go find these motherfuckers.
Yeah?
That's what we need to do.
I think it sounds like something that you should do. Jack Carr, yeah. I don't know. We need to.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Yeah, let's. Fuck these pieces of shit.
Let's get them.
Oh, there it is, that motherfucker. It's here. It's here.
It's the button.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Hey, do you have a rifle?
No, I got something better. Jack, I've been saving this.
What?
Yeah.
What is this thing?
What?
Ask for a rifle. What is this?
Yeah, it kills aliens. Yeah, I bought it online, deep web.
That's certainly convenient for us. All right, here we go. Hey, will you be my spotter?
Oh my God, it'd be my honor. Let's go kill these motherfuckers.
Let's do this.
Where are they?
I don't know. I think they're coming. Looks like they might be coming from right over here.
Yeah, it looks like I see their fucking ship. Let's get them. They're not gonna get to that button, Jack.
Nope, they will not get to that button.
Is that one of them? Yeah. Black helmet, Carhartt khaki. He's walking right at you. Go ahead and tap. Yep. That's it, Jack Carr. That's it, Jack Carr. You killed that son of a bitch. Oh, there's another one. He looks the exact same, a little taller, a little bit more awkward. A little more awkward? Yeah, he's in the same spot though. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead. Yeah, there he is. Good hit, Jack Carr.
Two down.
2 dead aliens. Not on our watch. Oh, he came down backwards. This one's showing you his back. No respect.
No respect.
Kind of a disrespectful alien here as he drags his carcass around. Looks different. Oh, all three of them stacked up.
Nice.
Jack Carr's slaying aliens. Oh, there's one more. It's a big one.
Oh, he looks like an eater.
He is an eater.
Oh, man.
This must be their supreme commander. Look at the size. He's looking at you, Jack. He's coming at you, Jack. He's coming at us, Jack. Get his big ass, Jack. Boom, boom. This guy's trying to take down our planet. Go the fuck out. That's it, Jack Carr. Go back to where you came from, you sack of shit! Hey, good work, dude. Amazing. That was awesome. I mean, they were gonna fucking come in here. I mean, they just popped up and they just shot him right in the fucking head.
I don't know. Good thing we saw that newscast when we did.
Well, that's why they do the live alert. I don't know. Did we know that? That's still
I feel like that should have been disclosed when we got this place.
the legit. Let's go and talk to the boys.
Amazing. Let's do it.
What a life you live.
Man, I'm just glad you had this rifle and I had those binos. What are the odds of that? I mean,
I could see them.
good thing I carry those with me everywhere I go.
The big one at the end really ate some fucking pain.
Yeah, I feel like he stopped somewhere on the way in for a snack.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What do you think, boys? Fucking Jack Carr's here. If that's not enough reason to buy his new book, I don't know what is. Fucker just saved the earth. And nobody would have known about it if it didn't just so happen to happen right here with all these cameras. Thank you, Jack Carr. Thank you, Jack Carr.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
you, guys.
Three-time World Saver Jack Carr has done it again. We're all mind-blown that a global attack always seemingly happens when Jack Carr comes to the Thunderdome. But boy, we're thankful he's always there to save us all. On that note, Jack Carr's new book, Cry Havoc, is available now. It's a Vietnam-era thriller and the 8th installment of the multiple-time New York Times best-selling series Terminal List. Hell yeah, Jack Carr. Hell yeah.
Is my guy here named?
Ben Guyman,
What is your major?
psychology.
Okay, you're a psychology major. You're a deep thinker, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that going to help or hurt you today, you think?
Maybe hurt a little.
Okay, well, I want to let you know, psychology-wise, you should know that there is a radiant energy of positivity right to your left. Jelly Roll will be here helping out. So Jelly Roll said, Pat, I want to try to win hundreds of thousands of dollars for a charity in Athens. I want to kick a ball for $100,000 to give back to this community that is embracing him as a part of it.
And I think I'm fixing to split the upright.
Okay, how much weight have you lost now?
I've lost 250 pounds for this moment, Georgia. I'm fixing to do it.
All right, Ben, the kick is currently $100,000 for you. If he makes it, it'll go up to $250,000. We will also donate $100,000 to a local charity. Jelly Roll.
And I will match that $100,000, so $200,000 to a local charity, baby.
Let's go, Jelly Roll. Let's go, Jelly Roll. Let's go, Jelly Roll. Okay. Herbie will also toss in $100,000 to charity, which is very kind of him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
$300,000 for charity. Dogs! I'm on sick on. All right.
I was worried for my tongue. All right, what can I do different, Pat?
I think you could try to aim to the right if I were you.
Okay, good.
Or if you knew somebody that was a very good kicker, I think now would be a great time to just go ahead and say, hey, why don't you do that for me?
You know what?
Why don't you raise some money for this city?
I'll make another 100,000. We'll make it 300,000 to local charity.
Okay.
If you'll let me pick up the legendary Hot Rod from Georgia back here, baby. My boy, Hot Rod is in the house today.
Hot Rod, it's great to see you. You look fantastic. Thank you for your service to the Colts. Can't wait to see you back in the NFL. Okay, so he'll put up, how much you put up, Joe?
$200,000 for a charity right here in Georgia.
All right,
Georgia.
I'll put up $200,000 as well. Woo! Kirk will put up $200,000. We got a $600,000 donation, and Ben's kick will be worth $400,000. This could be $1 million here.
Whoa!
33 yards. Hot Rod, potentially $1 million on the line. $1 million!
Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby!
Still got it. Still got it. Thank you, Hot Rod. This is very expensive.
Ben!
Oh! Back to you, Luis! Back to you, Luis! During commercial break, there was no way we were going to be able to get out of that lawn out there without giving him another shot. $100,000, he knocks it through. Pump for Ben. Thankful for Hot Rod.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Hour 3 of the program begins right now. Football is magical. That's AJ Hawk. The Talks at Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. 12-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion AQ Shipley is here.
God bless you.
Bless you.
God bless your soul.
It's that season.
Bless you.
No, I've been seeing up.
Allergies, though. Allergies are they
Had
come for
taken an
everybody.
allergy pill this morning. Yep.
Yeah, see or not.
Can I get a heads up whenever it's time to do that? I'm new
I
to
told
this
you
entire
you can't
thing.
miss days. I said you got to start it and you got to ride that fucker through December.
Yeah, but you know I'm not used to this being my life, so maybe a reminder every once in a while, especially on a day like today where it sounds like it was pretty obvious, and I got big-time sneezes happen in the middle of hour 3s, starting with Stanford Steves. I don't like anything about any of this, bro.
I get it. See, but personally, mine's more towards the sniffles. You know, I'm not going to be sneezing from the allergies. I'm just going to be...
Which is even worse.
Exactly. Exactly. So if I sense that tomorrow morning, boom, I'll text you at 5:30.
Please.
And let you know.
Internet doctors actually told me that's bad for your immune system. It weakens it, taking all that vitamin C in medicine. And
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was...
No, herd immunity is what you're talking about here, bud. Okay, but you're allowed to add some PEDs to your herd if you want, like we've been seeing up over there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you're telling me that that's been a waste of mine?
I'm just relaying the message that was given to me.
Don't listen to that. He doesn't know fucking shit.
Does anybody? About anything?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
There's one man,
Okay.
two men, actually,
Bingo.
that know about college football, and we get a chance to chit-chat with them every single week. One of them is live from Hammer, Dahn, in AP Town, who's a published college football author multiple times, and another is Amat, who's on the game day set. He's also with SVP every single night whenever they have a show. 4 nights? Oh, when did they?
That's a good question. Steve's always on a road.
This guy's always on TV.
Yeah.
Always on the road. And always keeping us updated on what games we need to be paying attention to coming into the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another college football convo with Stanford Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Steve, how you doing? Did you take your allergy medicine? I guess it's that time of year, even though Ty's keeping that shit tight-lipped.
I don't know if I'm on the same medication as Ty. I don't know if I'm in that tier. But yeah, the runny nose, dripping like a faucet season is here for sure.
Yes, it is, and we will survive. Okay, we will certainly get through it. But I've been vitamin C-ing to try to combat against this, and then all of a sudden we got a UConn-educated man coming over here saying that ain't doing nothing for you. That's actually hurting you. I don't like that one bit.
Just drink your water and get your rest.
Yeah, I understand. Ice and stim. I get it. We will certainly figure that out, okay? I will hammer the water. Let's talk about this weekend. We have the incredible opportunity to head down to Nashville and celebrate this Vanderbilt University football program that has obviously come through the ashes and now is a powerhouse in college ball, not just in the SEC. They're hosting Missouri. What are your thoughts on this game, and how should we be viewing it before heading down there?
Fired up to go down to Nashville. And after watching Vanderbilt for our lives, they had never been favored over an SEC-ranked team until last week. And now this week they're again. So after never being a favorite 2 weeks in a row, they're a favorite. After that impressive win over LSU, obviously Pavia is the story, the face of that team. He's fourth in the Heisman rankings now, around 10, 11-1. But Missouri played their first road game last week, looked a little vulnerable. Didn't run it as well as they have in their home games. Still good against the run. Both these teams are top 12 against the run. So to me, it's whoever shuts down each other's run games. Pavi's has just been insane on third downs and keeping his offense on the field, and that was in full vision last week against LSU with him converting third downs, fourth downs. They're over 56% on third down, which is top 2 in the country, I believe. So that's the story to me, is what the defenses bring to this game and what should be a hotly contested ranked matchup in Nashville.
Tone, whenever Vandy LSU was on the board, Nick Saban said, I know that Vandy's good and they're favored for the first time in 575 games or whatever the case is. It is just hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that LSU is going to lose to Vandy. That's literally what Saban said. Saban said, I've just been around too long. I am sorry. I have respect for their team. Yada, yada, yada. I just can't see it. This team, not only last year, obviously had a big-time run with the NIL transfer portal, they got even better this offseason. Feels like Vandy feels great. Now, they lose to Bama. Obviously, people are going to talk about that. But another opportunity to prove that they're for real, Tone. Is that what you're thinking as well?
Yeah, last week with LSU, I disagreed with Coach Saban. That was strictly because LSU does not have an offense at all, and I was favoring Vandy because Pavia is going to score points. They're going to get rushing yards. Steve talked about these two teams. Like, they both can stop the run and they both can run the football. The difference here for me is Pavia over Pribula. And it's not that Bo Pribula is bad. Pavia is just him with a little bit more moxie in my mind. And Mizzou is definitely better than LSU in my mind because they can score points and LSU cannot. And the defense is really good. But I think the difference in this game, Steve talked about being in the top 5 in the Heisman race now, is Diego Pavia and Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator of Vandy. It's his second year here. He came with Pavia, so second year for everyone in this offense down here. So I think they're going to continue to get better on offense. But Pavia is the difference for me.
AJ, special story in Nashville, dude, these last couple of years for this Vanderbilt team. It changes everything, literally. Like, they're talking about the projections and expected people that are going to come through game day, and obviously there's multiple sites visited and everything like that. And there's people in South Dakota State that are pissed off about us not going out there. And I just learned from the internet that was actually 6 years ago this weekend that I had the opportunity to be the guest picker out there in South Dakota State. That place was fucking awesome. Go Big, go Blue, go Jacks. But down there in Vandy, obviously, anytime our show is mentioned as something that people want, it's a big deal. It's like, hey, this is the biggest game of the weekend. This is conversation about your program. This is spotlight of everything you're doing because of how the football team is. Last year could have been just a kind of a flash in the pan. Instead, they've continued to build on it. Great for the university, AJ. I think it's a beautiful thing when sports can do this for somebody or something.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, their team is awesome. I mean, it starts with Diego. We know that. It's unbelievable when you think about the impact that one player can have. And I understand, like, the others, there's studs all over the place. But when your quarterback is a guy that plays this well, but also has that kind of personality, I think that makes him very, very easy to root for. It's ridiculous if you think about the money that he has brought into that university just by being a great football player and seemingly a great person.
Now, Vandy, obviously good school, everything like that. Pavia alluded to that in his interview with us. Like, hey, everybody thinks they're like high academics, yada, yada, yada. He said, we're a gritty group down here. We are a gritty group. And their coach seems to be the perfect fit for the guy to be the head coach of this particular team. Ty has a question for you, Steve, as we wrap up this particular game.
Yeah, Steve, maybe this is out there and I just haven't seen it, but why isn't Clark Lee's name being mentioned for a lot of these like open jobs? You know, he's obviously got a pass with Elko. He was the DC at Notre Dame. I think people are finally starting to realize, like, oh wow, this guy is actually really good. I know he played at Vandy, but like, why isn't he right up there, you know, being mentioned for like the Florida job or the Penn State job or any of these other big jobs that might open up?
Well, I think with the Penn State job, Ty, they don't want to look at another Vanderbilt head coach coming.
Fair.
James Franklin came, and I think there's a little bad taste in their mouth right now there in Happy Valley. But no, I agree with you. I just think he's made it known how much he loves his school. and what he's built there. I mean, people are going to bring back the old press conference. I think it was from 22 when he said the goal is to have the best football program in the country. And I think there's just there's a lot of stability. There's a lot of foundation he's built, with the stadium being redone. And he's made it known that, I mean, you look at what Cignetti did in putting his boots on the ground and getting, extension after extension. I think Clark Lee is more than happy to take one of those to stay at Vandy in a place that he loves so much.
You think about Dillingham out of Arizona State, too. You kind of think the same thing. Like, this guy just loves the program, loves the area, loves everything about it. So there is still some, love of program, love of sport happening in this massively business world. Because if, some of these schools come in with an offer, like, hey, $96 million was just paid by Indiana to Cignetti. So now there's a comp, like on what?
Yeah.
To not go to Penn State, what the deal is, So if some of these places can't keep up with those big checks, push comes to shove, love the place, love the school. Do you love them? $30-40 million difference? Do you how much do you that's an interesting dynamic for a lot of these guys. And players too are having the same exact situation at a smaller level for the amount of money going different places. It's a wild time. Now, we had 2 undefeated SEC schools before this past weekend. Texas A&M now, the only undefeated SEC school. Ole Miss loses to Georgia. They got a big one this weekend, and so does Oklahoma. Your thoughts on this matchup, brother?
Yeah, I know AQ talks about leverage all the time, Pat, and we got a playoff leverage situation here with this looking like an elimination game for Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a little bit favorite. You see that 4.5. But the probability of these teams right now is below 50% to make the playoff. With a win, the numbers, the math, the analytics, whatever you want to call it, the stuff I can't comprehend, says both teams get over a 60% chance. Oklahoma's got a tougher remaining schedule, but this is a monster spot for Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, being that close last week and then just getting it given to them in the fourth quarter. They only had 3 possessions. I don't even think they had a first down in like 13 yards. It didn't go well. And we talked about last week about, this game, the Georgia game against Ole Miss. And I talked about Georgia being having more depth amongst the line of scrimmage. I felt like you saw that in Ole Miss. They weren't the same team in the fourth quarter as they were the first 3 quarters. And on the other side, you got Oklahoma, who had to go to South Carolina to get a much-needed win. Mateer looked a lot better. The defense is as good as it gets in the country. So this is a test of good, I should say very good on very good. When you talk about Ole Miss's offense against that Oklahoma defense, that's the matchup that everybody wants to see. It's a matter of what Ole Miss defense looks like going on the road and going against Mateer, who got things back on track after looking rusty in that Red River game.
Tone, what are your thoughts on this matchup here being a playoff decider basically here going into week 9 of the college football season?
Yeah, I agree with Steve, especially for Oklahoma. They can't lose anymore because their schedule is still so hard going out. Ole Miss with 2 losses, if they lose this one, their schedule's actually pretty easy going down the stretch. Yeah. So I think they still may have a chance with 2 losses at the end of the year, depending on if it's an SEC championship game or not. But I love Oklahoma's defense, and this is by far the best defense that Ole Miss is going to be playing so far this season. They played LSU's defense, but it was at home. They scored 24 points, which was their lowest total of the year at that point. And Oklahoma last week, for the first time all year, ran the ball. They ran for 170 yards. Ole Miss has the 100th ranked rushing defense in the country. Sheesh. So with Mateer and a running game at Oklahoma with that defense, I tend to lean towards Oklahoma in this one.
Let's look at the Oklahoma Sooners schedule. Just got pulled up here by Bruce. They got Ole Miss, and then they got number down the stretch here. Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and then LSU. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, just because there's a number next to a team, does that mean they're actually good, or is there an SEC bias?
That's a good point.
Because the Alabama stat that they won 4 straight ranked games for the first time in history, I saw everybody from outside the SEC go, ranked teams. Yeah, they're ranked teams in this entire thing. So I think a lot of people are wondering who's who in this entire college football world that we're living in right now. But nonetheless, Oklahoma has a a lot of opportunity to win their way back into the college football playoff conversation if they were to lose this game. But if they lose this game, they got a lot of potential L's around the corner as well for Venables.
Yeah, it's week 9, so I put a little bit more respect on those numbers now. It's not like that number that was next to Penn State before the season started. So I respect it a little bit more. But what do you think about the number next to Oklahoma, that -4.5, Steve? I guess it's for Steve and Tone. What do you think about that number? Good, or what do you think?
I thought it was good, and then I looked at this stat. Listen to this one. Top 10 teams are 2-15 against the spread when an underdog against a lower-ranked team. This was Ole Miss last week against Georgia, and that's them again this week. It's 0-6 this year when you look at that. Top 10 team as a dog to a lower-ranked team. Oklahoma versus Texas, Illinois versus Indiana, LSU against Ole Miss, LSU against Vanderbilt, Ole Miss last week against Georgia, and Texas at Ohio State. That's a trend that's not good being on the wrong side of. So that I like Tone's call there of the defense being at home and Oklahoma getting that ground game. They have some young guys, some freshmen on that offensive line that got it going against a good defense in South Carolina this year. So that makes me lean Oklahoma.
All right, let's go to the next game that we need to be watching this weekend. The slate, interesting. Okay, slate's interesting. We got a lot of good teams. We got a lot of good storylines. This weekend, not as many massive games, but ball will show up for us. And this game could be special. This game could be Texas A&M reminding everybody once again, hey, we are for real, dude. Every week that passes, that Notre Dame win looks better and better and better that they go into there with Texas A&M. Only undefeated team left in the SEC. They're taking on an LSU team with no offense, Steve. Is that the story of the game in your eyes?
Yeah, also the history. LSU is 12-2 against A&M. A&M has just not had much success against LSU at all. You go back to last year, that was the Marcel Reed coming out party where he ran all over that LSU defense. If A&M were to win this game, I would think they would be wary of a number one ranking, Pat. When you look at what that win is, that looks like now at Notre Dame, and now you go to LSU on a Saturday night in a place that's just been wretched to you in years past. I think it has all the goods. Marcel Reed, those receivers against that great defense of LSU is an awesome matchup. You got everything you want in this game as a top-ranked team coming in, as a small favorite against a team that's great at home, hasn't lost at home this year. The key to me is Marcel Reed in that offense, because in these 2 road games they've played, they've gone to Notre Dame and scored 41, and they went to Arkansas and scored 45 last week. So that's the matchup. LSU's defense at home against Marcel Reed and a guy who continues to climb up those Heisman polls and odds and all that stuff. What happens in that matchup when A&M's offense is on the field?
Operator, won't you put me on through? Gotta save my love down the bedroom. Hurry up, gotta put me on the line. Gotta save my love one more time. I'm calling my room. Brian Kelly lives down there. Go ahead, D-Buck.
Yeah, he does right now. Is this kind of a must-win? It may be crazy talk, maybe a crazy question, but are we entering must-win territory now for Brian Kelly?
Absolutely. When you look at their schedule the remaining way, they're going to be underdog a bunch of more times. If chalk holds up, I believe they're going to be 7-5. I don't know if Brian Kelly makes it to that. They got road trips to Alabama. They have to go to Oklahoma, or they get Oklahoma at home. And then also you got Arkansas in a rivalry game.
At Oklahoma.
This is a monster spot for LSU.
At Bama next.
Jesus.
At Oklahoma. Now, they got Western Kentucky
Hilltoppers
there.
are no joke.
Hilltoppers, good
Hilltop.
Yeah, huge. Obviously, middle of the week football is good for all of us. Let's go to Hammer. Dahn. Tone, what's the story of this game that maybe we haven't hit yet?
Yeah, I love this A&M team, and I love the A&M offense because they are so balanced. They can run the ball with that running back room. That's incredible. They can run the ball with Reed. They can throw the ball with Casey Concepcion and Craver on the outside. The defense, Steve was talking about how much the points the offense has scored on the road. They are on the road here at LSU. The defense gave up more than 40 at Notre Dame and more than 40 at Arkansas. So we'll see. I mean, the LSU offense has not been good, so they should be better on the road here. But I mean, they got a guy on defense for A&M whose name's Cassius Howe. He's got 8 sacks. So he's going to be a first-round pick next season. They're the number 2 third down defense in the country. I love A&M. I think they should win this one. It would be a huge upset for me if they did not. I think as a team, they're just very, very well-rounded.
All right, so we like A&M. They're undefeated. We've liked them since the beginning. We really like Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, we really like Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we start piecing these teams together. Alabama, we all really like, right?
Yeah. Really like Vandy.
Really like Vandy.
Really
as well,
like 'em.
because we really like Bama.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those situations. It feels like the cream is starting to kind of rise to the top, but also it's college football. Fucking anything can happen. This weekend is one of those weekends where absolutely anything can happen. On that note about anything happening, James Franklin joining the game day set. Steve, your thoughts? I thought everything I told James Franklin on the set is exactly how I felt about it. I just want him to know about it. I want everybody to know about it. You sitting up here is fucking wild. Okay, I wasn't able to say that, but I do appreciate you just getting into the pocket here and just sitting right in the middle of what could be incredibly awkward because he has no idea what we're asking. I was not given a question to ask. I was not told. Now, do I want to bury a guy that is spending his Saturday morning with us with an asshole question? Probably not. But he did not know what was going to happen there. It's live television. Anything could take place. If you listen to the Penn State people, they're like, well, it was really nice of you guys to do for James Franklin. Okay, how come we didn't hear a lot of stats being said? I saw the graphics of a lot of these stats. Didn't hear you guys saying anything about, hey, you never won one for us, even though 2016 Big Ten championship there. So I think Penn State people are a little emotional. What were your thoughts on James Franklin joining us? And what were your thoughts on him saying, yep, we're just going somewhere else to win a national championship? He feels like he's even more energized for the future of coaching. Is that your takeaway from our convo with him? And what did you think of it as a whole, Steve?
First off, I thought it was extremely brave to do.
Agreed.
People, you know, to your point, he's still getting up out of the desk. He's still getting to Athens, Georgia, you know, in the middle of nowhere when you're talking about Big Ten country and all that. And to show up and do what he did is not an easy thing to do. I don't care what the questions are. To be, you know, humbled like that and fired, you know, before a team meeting, you know, the Sunday before, and to go through those losses, you know, at UCLA, at home against Northwestern, to see him walk off the field, you know, what looked to me like he knew that was the last time, like it was going down, to come back the next Saturday and stand up in front of there. I mean, you're in the middle of the interview. I'm on the side. I'm trying to take it all in. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in that thing because I think people were really that interested in what he had to say, and the coming out of that, the want of him to coach again was pretty evident. So he's going to have. I mean, the list is only going to get bigger and longer for him to possibly be a candidate of. So I don't think he's going to be out of the coaching for a long time at all. I think he's going to jump right back in.
Massive respect for him going out there and doing it. Like, even you guys got to even think that's incredible. Like, AQ Shipley, Penn Stater, okay?
Yeah.
I saw your name on the wall there a couple of times whenever we were there.
How'd it look?
I thought it looked great. I thought especially the Remington Award trophy that's up there, really, you know, symbolic of greatness at Penn State, which is how I think the Penn Staters view it, right? Like, Penn State people are sick of being third, fourth in the Big Ten. We want to win national championships. We are putting the money up to win the national championship. We want to win the big games, let alone losing at home in front of a $700 million renovated stadium that somehow still has 112,000. It feels like the expectations of that place are to win a national championship, but you guys haven't been there in a long, long time, which I think a lot of people are saying on the counter side of that. It's like your guys' expectations aren't really realistic. So what is your kind of takeaway?
I think the biggest thing was, first of all, it was very admirable that he went down there. I mean, obviously that's not an easy thing to do, but I think whenever you look at what Penn State is expecting, I think 5 years ago, pre-NIL, pre-transfer portal, you're sitting there in 10-2, you probably accept that and you feel pretty good about it, right? But the fact is that they put the amount of money that they put back into this roster and kept everybody from going other places. I think that was the issue. The expectations were preseason number one. So many people had them preseason winning the national championship. And okay, you lose the game to Oregon, that's fine. But you gotta come back the next week and you lose to UCLA, who hadn't won a game all year, and then you lose to Northwestern, which you just can't accept.
That's what the Penn Staters were saying to the entire segment on game day. I don't know if you kept up with the internet reaction. Obviously, I do. I live in that world. It's a tough world to be in, but I have to be in it for the gig. And it's like the reaction from the Penn Staters were like, This is real fucking nice, you guys. Just, let this guy, just let him come up here and redo his entire image. It's like, I don't think we were doing that. We were just kind of getting an opportunity to talk to a guy that's in a very unique situation. I mean, this guy, very good football coach, has built, I think what I said to him about you guys, like 10 years from now, you will look back on James
I
Franklin.
said that to you last week.
Yes.
I mean, I think everybody will be very grateful for what he did for that program and where it was when he took it over and where he brought it to.
But in the moment right now, we're not in that time. We are not in that time right now. We will be in the future. But who do they get, Steve? Who's the right fit? Obviously, everybody says Matt Rule. Matt Rule was on our show last week. He's like, I'm committed. We can build a powerhouse here. We do, which obviously, it is what it is. It is college ball. But it's like, that's really the only name now at this point. Sig signing, and then other people, is he a fit? Are they not a fit? Other people potentially not wanting to leave. Like, it's a pretty crazy time right now in the head coaching search, I'd assume, for multiple people, including adding Florida into this.
Yeah, I just look at Penn State. If they were going to pull the trigger there, you have to think they have a plan, right? I mean, Pat Kraft's too good and been around too long to not have a plan. I mean, you hear Coach Saban talk all the time. He talks about getting, coordinators leaving. He always had a list. He always had a couple guys. I've heard athletic directors talk about it. So as after the Oregon loss, you could sort of feel this, hey, we missed a monster opportunity against a top 10 team, which has been the crux of Franklin's tenure. So I don't know. It seems like it's pretty tight to the vest with all that's going on and all the money that they're spending. There has to be a plan that they are keeping pretty tight to the vest.
Yeah, we shall see. It'll all work out. It'll
or
all,
won't.
What?
Or won't.
I think if you have
somebody.
I think if you have that much money for a roster that they're going to continue to have, we will assume they're always going to have good players. I think in this modern world that we're in,
they will.
A lot of NFL talent.
I think they'll always have good players. So does that make them like a champion? I don't know, but I think they will be like. I think whoever gets in there will have a good team. Like I think they will be a good team. I don't think they're going into shitter. Okay?
They've been a good team. They've been a good team. They need to win a national championship, don't they?
Yeah, like next 4 years between Michigan, Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State. Who do you think is out of those four? Like I have more faith in bingo. I'm not even including Indiana because they're already going to win the Natty this year. But like add Indiana.
Other than Indiana.
Yeah, other than Indiana. Or you can add them in here because I forgot about them for sure.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Nah,
no, you never forget about Mendoza.
Mendoza for Heisman, baby. My jersey's in the mail. But still, like out of those schools, like no doubt about it, I would rank Penn State last.
Jeez.
And then the other ones having a better chance just the next 4 years.
And that's because of what has happened over the last 10 years.
Yes.
Okay, that is what you're going with. And obviously all those places have cash as well.
And they're losing every recruit right now. Yeah. Every recruit is decommitting. So Terry Smith, his job as interim is, hey, how can we get this culture back to where at least it semi was, and how do we keep some of these recruits? Or you got to make a splash hire to tell these recruits, hey, let's come back.
I would not be worried about the decommitments because whatever coach you get, you're going to get there.
Those guys flip.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
true.
none of this matters right now.
Yeah, portal.
It's totally different now too. NIL. It's just going to be money. I really believe that. When you look at and hear what coaches talk about, as long as you have the money, you're going to get the players.
Which goes back to they're going to have a good team.
Always going to have a good team.
Yeah, always going to have a good team because the alumni are like, we would like to fucking win a national. It would be cool if we were able to go to these places and just kind of flex our shit to everybody. But instead, you start rattling off names. What if IU?
All those schools have money. Like I get money's a thing, and Penn State has a lot of money. Indiana has a lot of money. Oregon has a lot of money. Michigan has a lot of money. Ohio State has, like, everyone's got a lot of money now. Sorry, not everyone. The top billing teams have a lot of money. And so, like, sure, you can. It does come down. Like, I completely agree with you, Steve. It does just come down to money when it comes to players. But at the same time, if everyone's money's kind of similar, then what's the next best thing? Chance to win a championship, and Penn State is not in the top three when we're just talking about the Big Ten.
Think about this sales pitch. You could be the one that brings the national championship to Penn State.
True.
You could be a hero here forever.
And I think they're top three in draft picks, by the way. Yeah. Putting people in the NFL in the James Franklin era, by the way. Like, they put people in the pros, and they all are killing it in the pros.
Good players, yeah.
Why don't you guys just sign John Gruden and get over it?
I hope they don't steal Jim Moore from.
I wouldn't hate that.
I said Mora would be an awesome hire if he was to go to Penn State. I said John Gruden on game day. And I was not planning on saying that. Like, that was not like a planned line. Just in a moment, I'm like, fuck, doesn't Gruden want to coach again? How come we're not saying Gruden's name? He would be a great college football player.
Guy with a pulse, you mentioned.
Jeff Brom.
He's coaching soon, too, by the way.
Who's that?
John Gruden.
Where?
John Gruden versus Jay Gruden in the Hula Bowl.
Oh, sweet.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right, maybe that's an audition to get back in the game.
Can we go?
I just see him in the SEC. John Gruden. I don't know why, but I just see him as an SEC coach.
Him in Lagway.
But then down in Florida, there's a lot of names that are associated with that Florida job. Too.
True.
A lot of names. Steve, who ends up with that job?
Oh, put me on the spot, huh?
We know who they want.
Yeah, we
Tim
know who
Tebow?
Steve is gonna
Oh
say.
yeah, reading stuff this week, I thought it was interesting. They know Lane is the guy that everybody wants. People have talked, he's the modern day Spurrier, and you look what Spurrier did there, and he's still the god. So, from what I read, they're going to make Lane say no twice. So that just means more millions of dollars. I mean, he's up there, but now you're talking about $11, $12 million, and he's going to say no. That's a tough deal.
That's not the big separate. Obviously, the millions for him is obviously a big deal, but the finances for the team, right? Like that is the different ballgame. Like everybody says, Florida has big NIL, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if they're aligned correctly, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
You got ADs, you got donors, you whatever. Like that, they just need to get on the same page, and that's when you have a school that monstrous and cares that much. That's where I feel like their problems have come. So alignment and
assignment,
obviously money,
technique. The why
getting redone too? 2-year project.
Why did Governor DeSantis? Who's he trying to pluck? What's he doing? There's something.
He was trying to pluck Sig.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, he was trying to get Signetti. Governor DeSantis quote tweeting things saying, "Hey Sig, you'd love Florida down here." It's like, hey Gov. We don't need that.
He doesn't like Florida.
Okay, then he signs $93 million deal. He's like, no, thank you to Florida. I like the fall up here. But whenever you talk about the governors getting involved and trying to figure out the fucking state school team, it's like, they're going to figure it out down there at some point. I hope they do because this bad boy is awesome whenever it's like kind of in. And
No doubt.
It's a special time. All right, we appreciate the hell out of you, Steve. I'll see you down in Nashville.
Sounds good. No pressure for AQ, but the Colts are the best offensive line in the league now.
Agree. This isn't a cumulative rankings that we do, though, Steve. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay for Steve. You will see In the Trenches top 5 performing offensive lines tomorrow. You also see everything DB, good D, bad D tomorrow. And for us, we're going to head the hell out of here. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. AJ, great work today. The hair looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, appreciate it. Great job by you.
I do appreciate the fact that you had to change your entire hair because they said it was starting to look like a yarmulke. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
No, that was in the process of it, I think. The yarmulke came as I was growing it out.
Oh, really? I thought it just for some reason your hair.
I don't know, maybe early, I don't know, but yeah,
Whoa.
I think that's when it came up.
Hey, it's okay. Mazel, dude. It's all good, bro.
I'm all right.
Jeez,
It's been months and months. It's a month. Yeah, it takes a long time, right?
I think it looks good, though. I think your hair looks good.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good haircut, too. Face is shiny.
It is.
Jawline.
It's really warm up here. I can't regulate this attic very well, and sometimes it's super hot, sometimes it's super cold.
We're in that time of year. Not only do you need allergy stuff, you also need to know that if the sun's hitting your windows, well, it could be 1,000 degrees inside.
Yes.
But then as soon as that sun disappears, we're in the desert now. It's cold as fuck in there. And then do you have the heater on? Do you have the AC on? Well, I have auto on. Well, my fucking auto has no idea what's going on either. It's tough to kind of adjust. So we're in that time of year. We're in, the house is 78 degrees.
Yep.
All the way down to, the house is 61 degrees.
Bingo.
That is where we are right now. It's a good time to be alive. It's football season. Tone, why don't you come out of Hammer? Dahn. Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here, shall we? Hope you're good, buddy.
Hey, hope you're good.
Do you want to do a giveaway?
Sure.
Ooh.
Here we go. D-Bone threw one off the wall yesterday.
He did.
Mm-hmm. It's about the luckiest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Pretty sweet.
Divine intervention.
You son of a bitch.
It was unbelievable.
Here it is right here. We're fast forwarding it live on camera, I believe. Is this feed to show right here that we're showing?
This is it.
Okay. We got some time to get to it, I think. And D-Bone got a motivational speech from Bruce Arians. He steps into the D-Bone spot. He says he is a U-ball pioneer because he does that shot right there with a throw off the wall.
Christ.
Nothing but chain.
Boom.
That's
Pinball.
D-Bone U-ball right there. He's calling himself fucking Magellan. of U-ball. He's calling himself Christopher Columbus, Lewis and Clark, if you will. He is a U-ball pioneer because he throws it like this when everybody else was doing this. And I want to let you know, AJ started to mock him yesterday before he did the throw. I mocked him because I'm like, hey, it's like the Dr. Pepper thing. You're supposed to throw it. Don't be doing chest passes. The throw might be the right move. And D-Bun's doing a lot of this. I'm a pioneer.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
Christopher Columbus, a good comparison. Just fucking lost out there. Got lucky.
I think that is a good comparison for Team D, Bone and Butts, because
that is my partner though.
Ever since that first
D-Block.
day, you guys haven't had a lot of win. Oh yeah, sorry, D Block did have one win. I think the D boys though certainly started stacking some L's. And
rough go at it.
There is a champion of the office, AJ. I know you. I don't know if you can see it as Tone has made his thing.
Damn it.
Where's this ball reside? You know where it resides. Yeah, with me and Foxy. Foxy, good work yesterday, buddy.
Yep, good shooting. Here we go.
Who's AQ's partner?
Tone.
Oh, okay. They're going to play.
Did you cancel me?
Today?
Tone just found that out. Tone will get rid of you as a partner.
He was my partner last week.
Yeah, Tone will certainly say, this ain't working. It's not you. It's me. See you later. And kind of get out of it.
Bruce is my partner on Wednesdays. Bone is my partner on Thursdays because Butsy isn't here.
Yeah, but you fired Bone. What was that, last week and the week before that? No, Bruce. I'm
Bruce,
sorry.
Bruce, yeah. Me and Bruce now are a unit.
Pretty good little team. We got a lot of good teams kind of brewing out here. Dirty, actually, good player, too. Dirty's been working on his shooting. He's going to end up being teammates with somebody, and they're going to steal a win.
Dirty Mitts.
Dirty Mitts was – they were just trying not to get shut out yesterday.
And they didn't?
Got potential.
Got 2 points. They do got – they're out there.
Yeah.
They can stand on the court. AQ, what do you want to do?
It's football season. Come on.
It's U-ball season, too, but where do you want to throw this football? Okay, this hoop right over here. If you're able to bury this particular football for the brand Baby Duke into that basketball, what are you staring down Jabba for? That Jabba will beat your...
I like that.
I'm going to let you know Jabba don't play no games, bub. Jabba will hit you with a higher. I don't know if you should be messing with Jabba whenever you're trying to win some people some money.
That's a good point.
AJ actually has a motivational message for you to go ahead and make some people happy on this glorious Watch Wednesday.
Yep, I sure do, AJ. You know, hey, do this one for James Franklin. Win it for him.
Boom.
There it is.
For James. This one's
and Shams.
For James. AQ Shipley, 25 winners of $500 if you're able to put that football into that basketball hoop right over there. The chain net is obviously all busted because of too many splashes into that particular hoop. Not a lot by you, but I do know right now could be the time for you to win 25 people $500. AQ, for the good of Penn State. Not a lot of wins over there recently. You could do it for the people. Mm-hmm. AQ Shipley, Whippeal Hall of Famer, steps up wearing khakis and a hoodie. Oh,
man, good ball though. Good ball.
I think that went in.
Might have.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either. There is a chance.
Thought I heard the splash.
What is there? I don't know what everybody's talking about.
There's no net on that side. I think it went
clearly
in.
did not go in. I would like to let everybody know that did not go in. Me and Tone, we got pretty good eyes on that. I'd say you were 4 feet off.
But it looked good.
It looked good. It's the best throw I've had in a long time.
All right, well, let's go. We're off on that one. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Anything you say, AQ?
Hey, let's have a better week next week, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go. Get better every week.
Yeah. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.